whatever my answer is, it'll probably just devolve into some lunatic shit anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Can you actually just talk to the... Don't look at us. Can you just talk to the ZHam cam the entire time?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, we got the ZHam cam.
So we start?
I think we're starting, boys. Welcome to the very second episode of the fucking hot cast, dude, the hot pod.
Hot cast.
This time, I didn't do any introductions first time, so my name's Andrew Taylor. I mean, it's Andrew Blank, Andrew A. Blank. What's your name? I looked at your penis when I asked that.
I'm Mike B.
Mikey B, and we're
ABK
joined by our
Suede.
special guest,
I'm Zach. ZHam.
ZHam, as you can see by the ZHam cam.
Yep.
Do you guys like the ZHam cam?
Comment below.
Comment below if you like the ZHam cam. I already think I fucked up.
Yeah. Why?
Comment below.
We're gonna keep
smash
rolling.
that like button.
Smash the like button. I don't think I turned on one of the mics.
Oh shit.
Don't fuck up my podcast, dude. Keep
Dude. Haha. Boobies.
Pumpkin.
Punkins. So we starting over?
No, I had to restart the recording because that mic wasn't on, but we're still going.
So what?
That's the thing about podcasts.
It's
The
natural.
thing about podcasts, when you start them, you just can't restart them.
Fuck.
Cut that.
And we also can't swear.
Fuck.
We can't swear, Zach. If you swear, we don't have to. We can't just like
Call
we have to
fucking cops.
restart the whole pod. So if it's like 50 minutes in, you swear.
Oh, I can't.
We got to go back to the beginning.
I swear so
Start.
hard.
So we are sponsored by Labatt Blue,
Yep.
Canadian Pilsner.
Yep. Shout out to our brothers in the north.
Isn't it just Pilsner?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Pilsner.
This says Pilsener. Pilsener.
Well, that's
Pilsner.
because they're
You're right.
French.
You're a fucking Pilsener, dude.
Got him. Okay, so Zach, what's your experience with Sonic the Hedgehog?
Are you gay? Well, a better question for that is, are you autistic?
Am I autistic?
Yeah.
Never been diagnosed with autism.
I'm in the same boat, but I don't know if I went down to the autism doctor. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be coming out feeling the same way.
How do you get that job?
Autism doctor?
Yeah. I think it's
College.
Yeah, I think it's psychiatrist.
You gotta go. You gotta go to.
Is the actual?
You gotta go to autism school and then autism med school.
Is there
Keep
like a
going from there.
specific type of doctor that can diagnose that though?
Yeah, it's a psychiatrist.
Would it be it? But
Probably,
a psychiatrist can't even prescribe like
Yeah,
Xanax.
Yeah, like
Not a psychiatrist.
Not Xannies, really?
Yeah.
I'm-
I've seen
Damn.
a psychiatrist, and that's like one of the few mental health doctors that I have seen.
He's got it.
And he
He's got
prescribed me
it.
like Zoloft and hydroxyzine, and he was like, for anything heavier than that, you'd have to go see like an actual therapist.
Fuck.
Interesting.
Did your situation warrant those things? Did it help?
Yeah, it helped.
All right.
Yeah. No,
Like, damn.
it was weird because it was the first time I'd ever talked to somebody.
No, like here's
And,
drugs.
Yeah, it was literally like I thought it was gonna go in and be like, tell me about your problems, whatever you're feeling, whatever, blah blah blah, like very introductory.
Yeah.
40 minutes later, I walk out of there with like 2 diagnoses and 2 prescriptions, and I was like he asked me if I wanted it, so he didn't like force it on me. He's like, "Are you open to this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll try anything.
All right.
Like whatever will help." So it wasn't weird, but it was also like I said, a
shocks the
psychiatrist
system a
Oh,
little.
has,
shit.
like heavy limits.
That brings me on to like the fence. It was like, because I know a lot of those boys have like sponsorships or whatever, where the more product they push, just like any other job, unfortunately, any other sales job. So I'm wondering if like the person you saw was just like really like good at their job and is like, you definitely benefit from this shit, or if they were like, yeah, take these meds, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just keep ordering them.
I've heard a lot of it's
You
like a not a guessing game as far as like on the doctor side, but on patient side, like trial and error. Like, two people can have the same shit going on and then have totally different things work for them.
Yeah.
So
You take any psych meds, Mikey B?
Nope. Probably should. I really should.
You've been
but-
through some shit.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm like definitely got something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
If
I got squirrel brain.
I do
Yeah.
think like an aspect when you go to the autism doctor, the psychotherapist, they do like gauge your interest in Sonic a little bit. They have like a chart.
Answer the fucking question.
You know how like at
Sonic
the
and trains.
optometrist, it's like they have like the E, and then you have to like read all of the, like to see if you can.
At this
like,
doctor you're reading, you're like, did I say Sonic?
is that Rouge the Bat? Like, huh? Big the Cat.
Answer the question.
So Sonic,
Like, what does
played
that
as
have
a
to do?
bit growing up. I know, like my babysitter I used to go to had a Sega, and I was playing Sonic on that bitch
Tight,
all the time.
dude.
This guy missed out on the OG series,
Sega.
OG triple
Really?
on the Jenny.
I played like a remaster of whatever on fucking
Sonic Mega Collection, dude, on the
Yeah,
GameCube.
maybe
I fucking
something.
love that game,
Yeah,
dude.
maybe something like that. I don't know if it was GameCube or DS or
I think that
something. You know,
this is we're talking about being autistic. I think Sonic Mega Collection was. I think it was on. Yeah, like everything.
Okay.
I had it on GameCube. That was like the first game where it was the first Mega Collection I had. No, I got that in the Mega Man one, but the Sonic one, it had like a. As you played through the games and hit different milestones, this is before achievements and like Xbox and shit, you could unlock like comic books, like actual Archie Sonic comic books in the extras as you beat the
Wait,
games.
Archie Sonic collab?
Yeah, there's a. I think it might even still be running. Yeah, Archie. No, like Archie, like the comic book production company.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about like the Archie comics with like.
Isn't that
Jughead
fucking
and
confusing
stuff,
as hell?
but, like,
Yeah.
I
Wait.
was like,
I am confused as hell.
Old school art. You might be able to explain this better. Archie. There's like the Archie
You talking about
comics
like
that are
Archie,
like,
like the character in the comic books, and then there's Archie like distribution.
yeah, like Archie is like
Okay.
DC or Marvel.
I'm here.
As well as being the
Yeah.
name of the titular character in that old ass like Bazooka Joe
Titular?
to the titty character. Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Archie's got
Archie has
big-
tits, dude.
big
do you
hanging
not know the
hands.
word titular?
I haven't heard it in a very long time.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Do
Well,
you say that regularly?
titular?
You said it properly.
Titular?
Yeah.
Like the main focus.
Protagonist?
You do spell it. Well,
Different word.
Sonic is the titular character of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's the title,
oh.
or like like the focus.
Sonic? Okay, I'm going to stop making tit jokes.
No, that's what the pod's all about,
yeah,
dude.
dude.
Titties are
Titcast.
the titular part of a woman's body.
Oh, got it on the
Canceled.
Z Cam. You're
Got
canceled,
that.
dude.
Canceled.
The Z Cam, the Z Ham Cam.
Now you just got to dock someone and you're part of the fucking
We doxed,
team now, dude.
we
Hey, Mikey
doxed-
B lives at.
No, he doesn't, because I live very close to it. Yeah, we got to figure out.
you.
I think maybe we got to dox like the next person that's going to be on the show. But on we already fucked up. The first episode we doxed.
The red hair.
We could say that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, because we said where he lived in the first episode.
Yeah.
So fuck.
Well, that's all right.
I'll
It
put
was,
another
it was
little
bleeped
banjo
out.
note there.
It was
Yeah.
bleeped out. It's
I
all right.
banjoed
Keep
it out.
bleeped.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna have the Sobonster on the next episode, we got to dox where he's at.
100%. I would love to dox him.
Wait until this timestamp. I pointed at the wrong camera in the video to learn the address of our next guest. It's gonna be sick.
Oh.
What'd you start off asking? You asked. We asked if Zach was gay or autistic.
And if I like
Yes.
Sonic.
If you like
Yeah.
Sonic.
Yeah, what's your Sonic
Damn, that's all.
background?
That's all I got.
So actually, like I said, I played one of the games on Sega at like my babysitter's house
Hell
growing
yeah.
up. But then I remember you were talking about Sonic X on the first episode.
Yeah, dude.
Which was a
the
good
anime
show. And I
Yeah,
remember
it was a good show.
for Christmas one year, my mom got me this little device. I don't think it ever became very popular, but it was called a juice box.
What?
And it came with like, you remember like hit clips?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, yeah.
So it was kind of like that, but for like TV shows instead of like it was like a full episode, but it would come with like a little cartridge that had like an episode of a show on it, and you'd put it in and watch it on this little device. And I had one episode of
Are you-
Sonic
that
X
is-
on my juice box.
So you watched it a
Juice
million
box.
times.
That's nuts.
Yes.
Because Hit Clips did the video one too.
Oh
Where
yeah,
it was
they
like this
did do
dog
that.
shit. Like it looked like a Game Boy screen, or just black and gray or whatever. And it was like a CD player with like a fucking 1.5-inch LCD screen that looked like total dog shit, and it ate like 50 AA batteries a day.
Yeah.
So this was like a competitor, the Juice Box.
Yeah.
I've never heard of the Juice Box.
I never heard of the juice box.
Damn. So that was your intro to Sonic.
The game was my
game
intro,
was.
and then I think my mom knew I had some sort of interest in it, so she was like, "Cool, here's this with your juice box."
You have an older sibling, right?
Yeah,
Just one.
I have an older sibling and a older sister, younger brother.
All right. Was you? So did you have any like older cousins or anything that you like could? Did you get any like hand me down like gaming shit?
No. So like I have, like most of my cousins are older actually, but like never really got any like cousin hand me down type
Damn.
things. Like most of my cousins were much older,
Yeah.
so the stuff they were into growing up.
I feel like that's
probably was like phased out by the time I was their age.
Yeah, or like they like yard sales, or like they just threw
Yeah.
that shit away. We talked about this in the first episode. That's how I got introduced to most of that shit, because I have like way older brothers and then older cousins, and just whenever they were done with a console, or like if like the if the PlayStation 2 came out, they gave me their PlayStation. Horrible example because I never had a PlayStation, but that's how I had like anytime I went to their house, I'd play their older consoles, playing like Sonic and Mega Man, like the very first games, and then at home I would eventually get like my first console was the N64. And then I got the GameCube. So I picked up where they kind of left off with gaming. But that's how I got into this older shit. And like it weirdly like made me very disconnected from people in my grade. But it's wild to me that like was your first Mikey B, or was your first Sonic game Sonic Adventure?
Probably. Yeah. No, GameCube. Yeah. Damn. I mean, dude, I might be forgetting because it was,
You're an actual baby.
Yeah. But it was a long fucking first like actual memory I have is it was playing on my fucking GameCube. And like I remember one of my neighbors that lived on like the same street as me, like not, you know what I'm saying, some kid that lived in the same street as me also had Sonic Adventures 2, and we would always talk about like the Chow Garden and like breeding and like all like fucking how to get.
Did you say breeding?
Yeah, dude.
Two separate conversations.
Submissible and
I've seen some weird stuff with Sonic Online that could translate to that pretty easily.
Yeah, dude. That's kind of where I was going with that. Is that I feel like whenever I see like deep incels or like Chris, you guys know Chris Chan?
Chris Chan? Wait, yeah, I've heard that name.
Bro.
He's like some weird internet guy,
That is
which everybody
undersell. Yeah. Oh my God. Take that to the extreme. And like, but I always feel like there, but for the grace of God, go I. You know what I mean? I'm like, if there was just like one, I feel like if there's 1, 2 that was supposed to be a 3 in my brain, I would have been one of those dudes. I wouldn't be here doing this hot cast. Like everything went wrong in the right way that I just narrowly dodged being that like
creep,
like can't like function in society, getting into the girls' DMs with some vile shit. And I don't know. Do you guys feel that way too? Maybe not.
I don't feel like I'm that close to it. I know what you mean.
I could see how it could have happened.
Yeah.
100%.
I feel like a couple more rejections when I was younger,
Yeah.
or like a little bit more time alone, and that's who I would have been.
See, I think
Almost there.
my problem with that was I was always too scared to even get to the point of rejection.
Yeah,
like in my head, it's like, well, I'm gonna get rejected, so why would I even try?
Bother. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like way too insecure to even get to the point of rejection.
Yeah. But then you find all the girls with daddy issues, and it all works out.
Sometimes.
I love it.
You got to start contributing to this fucking cast, Mike.
No,
I'm doing all the care.
I am so sorry. Did you guys
you're
see-
shut the fuck up. You're on thin ice. This is episode 2. This is episode 2 of my podcast, and you're fucking it up, dude.
Count this as my resignation to
Reggae's Nation. What the fuck?
The hot cast.
The hot cast.
Yeah.
It's because where'd those that big fat Reese's cupcake you're eating, dude?
Put it over there, dude.
Put it over there.
Saved it
Grab
for you.
I think it fucked you up, man.
I'm fucking hammered.
Just kidding. Yeah, you've had
Reese's cup fucked me up,
You've had like
dude.
half of that White Claw. You're fucked up. You were asking a good question. What was your question?
I wouldn't call it a good question.
I thought it was a pretty good
You guys see
question.
Dune 2 yet?
No, I was doing something else. I have a complicated relationship with
Here
Dune.
we
Did you see it? Was it this fucking guy?
I don't like it because it's popular.
That Dune is the least cool thing, except for now because William Chalamet is. I guess people want to fuck him.
Who?
William Chalamet, isn't he?
Timothy?
The main? Timothy? I was talking to his brother.
He's an extra.
He's in the background.
Yeah.
He's cool as fuck.
Zendaya, dude? Sign me up.
Austin Butler.
Who's that?
I
He
don't know
played
that one.
Elvis in that like. other
Oh, that
movie.
guy.
He's
He
a
plays
bald
the
dude.
bald
yeah,
guy,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, they're all bald, but
Zendaya's in Dune, dude.
That's not bald.
dude,
Zendaya's not bald, Mike. What are you talking about? She's in Dune.
yeah,
Is she like the main lady?
yeah, she's the
In
love
Dune
interest.
2 for sure.
Yeah, in Dune one,
Dune 1. She
she's
shows up for like 5 minutes.
yeah, but she's in like all the flashbacks and like the
Yeah,
visions and stuff. Like, yeah, she's Zuri. No,
I don't remember.
That's not her. I don't.
I'm
What
sorry,
the
but I
fuck
was
name is
Dune
that? I don't
something
know.
else.
I don't know.
So what's your Dune spiel?
the
What's your sales pitch?
I've
for
heard
Dune?
of. I've heard of before I saw the first movie. I like heard about it and like crossing, and people were like, "Oh, look, this cool old book." It's like it's tight and like.
Yeah.
And then I saw the first movie, and I was like, "That was pretty fucking cool." I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, No fucking clue. And then I just didn't watch it at all until like a month ago. Dune 2 came out, and the Monster went and saw it, and he was all fucking hyped up about it.
He seems like a Dune guy.
Yeah, he's read the book. He fucking super into it.
Did he see the movie from like the 80s?
No, but
Oh my
we
God, I
should
forgot about
fucking
that one.
That'd be a good idea for a fucking podcast.
Watch
We
it,
watch
and
it
talk about
and
it
fucking-
after.
Yeah.
I just this is cringy self promo. I recorded a video of me doing a review of the first Warhammer book, Warhammer 40k book.
Tight.
It's called Diarrhea Dial. That's the series. But dude, that'd be cool to do with some homies too. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like I'll watch a thing and then just do this
Yeah.
after
Fuck yeah.
with our dicks out.
Hell yeah.
So he saw the first one. And he was like, "Yo, bro."
No, he saw the second one.
He saw the second one.
And then he wanted me to go, but I couldn't because something fucking came up.
You got hit
So
by
I
a car.
rewatched. Yeah, I got hit by a car. I rewatched the first one, got fucking hyped, and then I saw the second one, and I was fucking
Sorry. Every time.
Cracking yourself up.
Had a rough week. So
Yeah.
everything funny is a lot more funny right now.
sick.
You got
Yeah.
hit by a car.
Regardless, I saw the second one in the
Alright.
fucking theater, and it was fucking tight, dude. And I got fucking.
You
I haven't
pumped up?
felt like that fucking excited in a movie theater. The only other time is when I saw Revenge of the Sith in theaters when I was fucking, what was that, 2006?
Yeah,
So I
dude.
was 12. And I remember I was just like fucking like
Dude, I saw
that feeling in your chest, dude. You're like, oh fuck, like, it's fucking, you know, that's how I felt
Dude.
when I saw Dune 2. And then I recently just started reading the books, the first book.
I've
My
heard
buddy,
that can be a challenge. They're like,
yeah, but like I don't know. I'm a big fucking lore slut. Like I love like the fucking random like facts about whatever. And that's where I heard a lot of it is.
yeah.
You
I don't
gotta
know.
Restart. You just swore like. 3.
Oh my
Fuck,
God,
fuck,
Mike.
fuck. Started over. Sorry, guys.
Welcome back to the ZHam and Andrew cast.
Yep.
Sorry about that. I'm on the ZHam cam. If there's any other people in the beginning of this podcast, that's just an editing mistake. Don't worry about it. So it's you're liking it.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, this like pains me to say.
Oh shit.
Because I'm like a fucking lifelong diehard fucking Star Wars fan.
Oh my God,
But George Lucas ripped off so much
dude.
from
Yeah.
Dune, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
Dune's like the granddaddy.
Yeah. Dude,
I
like
gotta
and
give
like
it up
it's so
for-
fucking good, dude. I don't know. Apparently like the original author's son is still writing books, and apparently like shit gets fucking really weird and out there, and like they lost the fucking plot.
Like he's continuing the series.
I don't
Or
know if
something
he
adjacent?
actively or he did
Right.
for a while. No, he's continuing the series.
Frank Hebert,
Yeah,
his name?
yeah. I think his son. I don't know, like
William Hebert.
the main, the
William
chosen
Hebert
one
Chalamet.
son is like a fucking human and sandworm hybrid. He fucks a sandworm. I don't know if he actually fucks it. That's where it goes.
I feel like I've seen memes.
I've
talking
heard about that. I haven't read. Like I'm still like on the first book.
you're
Not far at
babby.
all.
right.
But it's
Sounds
fucking
like it's
tight,
turning into
dude.
like a trapped in the closet series type
Yeah.
downfall. You guys know about that whole series?
Trapped in the closet.
I
Like
just- I
R.
know-
Kelly
I just
trapped
know-
in the closet.
I just know the song.
Yeah, no. So I think it got scrubbed from YouTube because of all the R. Kelly shit.
What
But
did
what did he
what
do?
happened with iCarly?
iCarly.
iCarly?
iCarly?
Miranda Cosgrove? Sign me up.
No, but there used to be like this might be a lot, but around like 40-part series where like it like most people know the song, like the guys in the closet, the boyfriend
Yeah.
comes home, all that. It just goes nose down into like at some point like
Oh,
midgets
yo.
show up and like
In the song?
yeah, like
You're
do you know
reminding me of this.
you know that
This is-
South Park episode where Cartman keeps going like, and I grab my gun or whatever.
grab my gun.
That's
Yeah.
literally
Grab
my gun.
that's
Yeah.
literally a nod to like the R. Kelly shit that like
Yeah.
what it dives into like way later on in this massive series of Trapped in a
It's like
Closet.
several like at least half hour like long
several
fucking-
like chapters. Yeah, it's insane.
The song
But the song itself is like the first thing, but then like it continued.
that R. Kelly continued to
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
this scenario.
Not even talk about, but like
Sing
continue to
about.
make like more songs essentially.
That would be
Yeah.
a good idea to review and listen to.
but
all those.
again, like
Yeah.
they're like scrubbed now, so you can't even find them.
Oh, I'll fucking find them.
all right.
I got-
I'm sure they exist somewhere.
Young
like-
Jamie
Reddit,
will
dude.
pull it up for us. Are you guys this I promise this ties back in. You guys Joe Rogan fans? Joe Rogan experience a little
Joe
bit?
Rogan, you
yeah,
crazy.
I like I don't think I've ever watched a whole episode, but I've definitely seen.
No, I
plenty of
clips.
I fucking love Joe Rogan. I get why he gets the hate. Like,
Yeah.
because one, he's fucking the most popular podcast in the world. But
Number
two,
one.
he has like,
Some hot characters on.
yeah, but he also has like, I don't know. I think people like, they just recognize like the really bad people he has on.
Yeah.
Bad in their eyes.
And they
But
assume
he's had like a bunch of Republicans. He's had a bunch of Republicans on
Oh,
and
shit.
like right wing people, and
Yeah.
then all the fucking whoever are like, oh, he's a fucking fascist. But he had Bernie Sanders on and a bunch
Yeah.
of other like Democratic fucking
I think-
nominees and like scientists and like liberal like Joe
He really
Rogan.
has had
He's
it.
willing to talk to anybody.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
I think
like-
that's a strength.
I think he is more of a liberal than people fucking like think.
I think he says that. Yeah.
Yeah, and like he likes guns and hunting and like meat and like he's like not woke, whatever that fucking means now. But like he's he loves fucking drugs and like fucking tripping and like he doesn't
Yeah.
like, he just wants peace. Like you know what I mean?
He
like
wants everyone to chill.
he's very like
He feels more libertarian than like
Yeah.
true like
Yeah.
hard right.
Yeah.
yeah he's an enigma though, and I
Yeah.
think people just have a hard time that along with like his massive following, you know, and like
Because I'm sure everybody, no matter where you're at, somebody has used a guest that he's had to conflict with your views.
yeah.
And they associate him giving that person a platform as like, what's the word, exonerating, like agreeing with that person.
Yeah.
Because he had like Milo Yiannopoulos. Remember that guy?
That dude.
That
So
was a rough
he
guy.
is like a diehard born again Christian now.
Milo?
Yeah, like
Did he-
hard. He renounced his homosexuality, and he was like, "I was sick. I have been cured by Jesus." Like, and he like
Bruh.
that guy.
don't
He is a fucking
I don't think Jesus is capable of curing.
Imagine
that.
going
That is-
back into the closet.
Yeah.
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I know.
I'm trapped in the closet.
You guys seen that?
Milo Yiannopoulos.
See that? Like, I don't like men's no more. You know what I'm talking
Oh my
about?
god, yeah. It's like
Shout out to that guy.
I like women. And it's like no.
Women.
But even that guy, like a year, like 4 months later, is I'm gay again.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gay the whole
That's how
time.
biology works.
But before we get too far away from it, Joe Rogan has that series that he does called Protect Our Parks. Have you guys seen those? With Shane Gillis, Ari Shafir, Mark Normand, and maybe one other guy. I can't remember.
no, I think that's all.
Is that all of them?
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with the series.
he has.
Oh, dude, they just get like it's like 4 or 5 hours of them getting insanely hammered.
Yeah, and
Oh,
fucked
nice.
Like
up
they try to
and,
get as fucked up as they can, like mushrooms. Like
yeah, whip hits. Like it's fucking. It's
Oh
it's
my
a fucking.
God.
It's great, dude. It's
they're
phenomenal.
really
It's
funny.
hysterical,
Yeah, and like watching them all like devolve over the course of it, just getting more and more fucked up. It's called Protect Our Parks because I don't like Ari Shafir.
Yeah,
He's not a guy I like.
he's- I don't think he's funny.
I don't
think
find
he
him
has
funny.
moments, but like,
I think he does some fucked up stuff.
yeah, he fucking roofied Bert Kreischer, dude.
Yeah.
yeah, like that's
rough.
Like, I think that's like part of me thinks like that's kind of funny. Like if ZHam was to like roofie me, like if when we
Yeah.
were like 20, like not
Yeah.
roofie me, but like slip me a fucking. Like,
If you're real
like,
tight
like
with it,
ass
bro.
or something, I'd be like, that's kind of
And it's
funny.
like
but
if
like
they're gonna
also,
be off, if they're like not working the next day, if the, you know, if it's like they might have done something that night anyway, like you know,
I'm gonna clarify. I'm not pro roofing people. That's not my stance.
Also,
you're
I
still
would
an
never
amateur.
Yeah,
slip
yeah,
anybody anything.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like,
I get what you're
I
saying.
see where he was trying to come from, but it's a very like delusional. Like this is gonna be funny as shit.
But it was at Bert's house while his family was
Yeah.
his children
Yeah.
were there who are only like it doesn't matter how old they're. There's fucking kids, and he gave him Molly,
yeah.
and it's like that's not a drug that you just like
No.
casual like you want to know you're taking Molly.
Yeah, and
Not that I've never have, but from what I understand, you don't just like casually. Oh yeah, I'll pop one, then I'll go for a walk. Like I don't know. So that was fucked. But it's called Protect Our Parks because he was wearing a shirt that was like I don't know. He's kind of pretentious, and they made fun of him for wearing a shirt that said like "Protect Our Parks," some sort of park that was gonna get bulldozed. I think in New York City, and that it didn't win. They still got totally fucked, but they made a joke about it, so it's called Protect Our Parks. But in like most of the first episodes, they would pull up that R. Kelly trapped in the closet thing that you were talking about because there's one section where I think I'm right on this, but in the song he talks about like his girlfriend calling him and being, oh man, I might be blowing it. I'm pretty sure it's R. Kelly, and I think it's that song. But he talks about his girl calling him up and being angry because somebody, like one of her friends, called her saying that they saw R. Kelly at the club with a bunch of girls. And he's like, what the fuck? And he just, the way he sings it, he says, bitch, did they say there were any other guys there? And he's like, how the fuck did they know there was no guys there? And it's hilarious. So maybe we should, dissect
I'm
Trapped
down.
in the Closet.
I think that'd be fun.
It'd be so weird. That'd be
Yeah,
such a
because I fucking don't know any of this.
all my channel videos are just like me streaming these weird fucking games, and then like me like doing a metal cover of some shitty song, and then it's just like Trapped in the Closet Part 6.
Yeah.
Part by part would be crazy.
Featuring ZHam and Mikey B.
yeah. We could do it.
That's our pivot. That's what we got to do next.
You do it.
But yeah, that's crazy. That I reawakened that memory. What happened? Diddy was just diddling, right?
Dude,
they got
Oh,
rid
yeah,
of Diddy.
Diddy
I
been
have-
diddling.
Yeah,
Bro.
it was right in the name, and nobody realized the whole time.
I haven't been paid too much attention to it,
Yeah,
but I know like he's fucked, dude. Like he,
I haven't. All I
it's
know
like
is that
it's
yeah.
like Epstein level. Like
From what I've
fuck,
heard, it was
dude.
like it was kind of one of those things that like the whole industry knew but didn't talk about for some reason. I was listening to some other podcast
so much of that shit.
yesterday. I don't remember which one, but they were talking about how like apparently P. Diddy tried to kill Kid Cudi, like put a bomb
Actually?
in his car.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like apparently like this is factual, like known that like Kid Cudi's car blew up and the rumor like allegedly P. Diddy like put the bomb in there.
What?
So-
the fuck, man?
But there's also been like rumors
Allegedly.
that P. Diddy, don't come after me.
Please.
I know you're gonna watch this.
I know you're gonna see this video. Please don't come after me, dude.
But like there's also been like the rumor that like Diddy's the one that had like Biggie and Tupac killed too.
Jesus, man.
So
really?
like that, yeah, like that's
Holy
that's
shit.
been a rumor.
Well, let's
So-
talk about something else now.
Quick pivot.
No, that's nuts. All I know, like the extent of my knowledge on the situation ends at knowing that there was something with P. Diddy happening. So that's bonkers.
yeah, he's like fuck, dude. I think there's a bunch of conspiracy theories going around that like he's taking the fall. No, I'm used to it. he's the fall guy for like all the other fuckers that are like involved.
Okay.
Um,
Damn, that goes deep then.
Yeah, dude. We could open up that can of worms if you want. I don't know enough about it, but I could just make stuff up and hope you guys.
As long as we say
believe me.
allegedly,
Yeah,
you know.
We
allegedly.
say allegedly, and we say it
I don't
with our
know
chest. It's fine.
if you follow 50 Cent on Instagram,
No, I don't.
but you should because it's fucking hysterical. Whether or not you like his music or not, but he just
Read three words of a Harry Potter book.
Did you say you do that?
You
That
haven't
was
seen
a-
that video?
That is one of
This
the
was
most
years ago.
legendary videos
But
ever.
50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather were having beef over something, and
50's
50
a pretty
Cent
good guy.
He was like, dude,
Floyd's strong
Give
as
the
fuck,
full
but
quote.
I don't. You want to give the full
Are
quote?
there some cancelable
Yeah.
No,
words?
you seem to know it.
Are there no words in there?
No.
Okay.
No. But they're I don't know. Do you remember what they were beefing over? It was just
No.
It's just 50 Cent and Floyd. But he's like, I'll give you $100,000 if you could read a whole page from one Harry Potter
Oh,
book.
man.
Because
Yeah.
there's a rumor going around
Doesn't
that like
Floyd-
Floyd Mayweather like can't read.
Yeah,
Doesn't
like
have
that's
it,
like the
yeah.
joke. And he's like, I'll give you $100,000 if you can read one page off a Harry Potter book. Yeah.
Do you guys know any like MMA guys, like actual like amateur fighters, or like have you ever met a dude like
personally?
that? Not like a big UFC fighter, but just anybody that does that kind of shit.
I know one.
Isn't there like someone you went to college with?
Someone that I went to college with, friends, same
okay.
person, the Long Island Boys.
Yeah.
One of their friends.
That's who I'm thinking about.
He's fought in a couple professional fights, and like it kind of surprises me. Like he was a good dude, and like he was kind of I didn't know he fought though, but crazy story. One Halloween 2017.
Great year.
That kid who's an MMA fighter and a couple other buddies got jumped and like got their asses
Whoa.
beat, dude. Like they got fucked up. Like I had to bring two of them to the hospital. Like it was pretty fucking
Damn,
wild.
like they got in a scrap, or like
Yeah.
they were targeted. 50.
They got into it at fucking one of the clubs here, the only club here. And like it had like they were just talking a bunch of shit, and then they just kind of like walked away. And my friends were walking home, and those guys followed them and like jumped them.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty wild.
You know who did that?
Did he?
P Diddy.
Diddy, dude. God damn it. Dude.
he struck again.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Well, I was gonna say, like, from what I've heard from people who do know those dudes, like a lot of them are like a lot of it can be like learning. I don't want to say learning disability, but like sometimes there are dudes that they're like putting my life on the line and fucking a guy up in a cage is what I feel is my only option. And sometimes those dudes might be illiterate and they're fucking just riddled with CTE, getting their heads banged around, all else, dude. Those
Chris
are
Benoit,
fucked
dude.
up. Huh?
Chris Benoit.
I mean, well,
what a hero.
He did some bad stuff.
A
but-
hero?
What bad stuff?
Do you not know?
He was a hero.
To who?
He was a hero. He's a hero to this day. But yeah, no, you're right. That is a good example. Like those guys, they just get like, yeah, wrestlers too. What are you doing, dude? What was that?
You done that?
Yeah.
Or did you just put that in your?
Was there your zinni?
I'm done my claw.
Was that another zinni in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I couldn't tell what that was. I'm not a horrible drug addict, so I don't know. I've never taken a Zyn before.
Love crack.
But yeah, those dudes are fucked up.
Yeah. Follow 50 Cent because he's been trolling this whole P. Diddy situation. He's just been talking shit to him the whole time, and it's fucking hysterical.
Is it kind of like now that like shit's being talked about, he feels like emboldened to be like, I told you, and he's
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
prodding
he's
it?
just trolling him the whole time. And 50
Damn.
Cent just is a troll. Like, I fucking love 50 Cent. Follow him, dude, or just go take a look at his Instagram. Like, it's pretty fucking funny, dude.
All right.
Like,
I'm gonna look at his Instagram right now, and I'm gonna take a screenshot of the thing that I think is the funniest, and I'm gonna put it in the pod right now.
you heard it first.
Look at the screen if you're only listening. Look how funny this is. All right, that's a funny one. I did play. Did you guys play the 50 Cent games?
Yeah, dude.
No.
Blood and Thunder or whatever they're called.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to.
Isn't that the Thor movie that just came out
No, it
last?
was
Yeah.
50 Cent.
It was 50 Cent is Thor. That fucking
That'd be
bring
way
something
better.
up. You were talking about like cousins and hand me down and stuff. I remember playing Def Jam Vendetta on my cousin's PS2. I don't know if you played that game.
Is that a fighting game?
It's like it's like a Street Fighter game, but it was with all rappers.
Dude,
Like
sick.
not all rappers. There was a couple rappers in the game, but it was like
I don't know.
in New York and stuff. But like that game and you know the movie The Warriors?
Yeah.
Did you play the Warriors
Yes.
video game? I used to play that on PS2. Like that's some of my earliest memories playing that in my cousin's basement. Like it's I don't know where I was going with that, but
Is your cousin all right?
yeah,
was he old?
he was
like an
older.
cousin.
I played the Scarface game too on that too. I
That
should
game
not
was
have been
sick.
playing that. Yeah,
Is it
Yeah.
because you're Italian?
yeah. Well, he's Cuban.
Would I know
so-
your cousin? Did he go to our school?
No.
Oh, okay.
They're from
He's in jail.
different place. I don't have any. My family's not from here, so I don't have any close relatives.
Dude, who do you know here, bro?
Tim.
All right, yeah, I know Tim. He's a cool guy. It's the
It's
first
time.
camera switch over of the pod.
I think we noticed quick though.
We did.
We did. We caught it real fast.
Yeah.
This is going to be a feature of the pod until you motherfuckers start watching this shit and we start making bank.
Yeah. Subscribe to our Patreon.
So I can
Come on.
afford a better fucking camera.
We gotta set up a Patreon, but when we do, sub.
But I don't know. I got a new job recently.
Yeah. How's the new
So,
job, dude? You want to talk about it on the pod?
Well, I'm not going to say exactly what it is.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I'll like it. I'm not
Yeah.
but it's fine. It's the like I don't think I know I'm anything like the people that are there, but it pays really well, and I think I can suffer through it for a minute.
I don't know. I think it'll get better though, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's
I was trying to. I did almost immediately hit the escape button, and I was like, "Can I have my old job back? I'm so scared." But
I'm glad you fucking didn't, dude, because I think you would have regretted that.
I'm gonna try to hold in there because it's a pretty fat paycheck, and that'll help me.
Yeah.
That'll help
Beef
me.
up the resume, dude.
That'll help me open maybe some new doors.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
One time I worked a job for like 3 days.
Tell
That
us
was
about it.
I did a shift and a half once. What was the 3 days experience?
So I
3 days
had
grace?
applied at this place that like posted the job as like a marketing position. I was like, cool. Like that's something I kind of went to school for. Like,
resume gold, dude.
yeah, like so I went in, interviewed, did 2 rounds of interviewing in the one day and got offered the job the same day.
You did two separate like interview sections. in the
Yeah,
same
so
day?
it was
Damn.
supposed to be split up between like 2 different days, but I went in, did the first interview. He was like, yeah, I'd like to like invite you back for a second interview. Like, when are you available? Like next week. And the week after that was like my birthday. I think I was going somewhere and I was like, I'm not going to be here like all week. And he was like, well, if you want, like you can wait around. I can do like some other interviews and then we can do like the second interview when I'm all set with that. I was like, cool, sure. He sets me up in like the little room with like a cup of coffee and everything, and all the other interviewees are just like chilling. I got my coffee. I'm feeling like a big baller.
In retrospect, was that an omen? Was that like negative foreshadowing?
I guess, yeah.
Maybe,
I didn't
yeah.
really think about it that way until now, but kind of, yeah. But anyway, so I do the second interview, and he offers me the job on the spot. I'm like, cool, let's do it. So I don't remember exactly how many days after that I started, but I started it on a Thursday.
Tight.
And it was like a regular Monday to Friday 9 to 5 kind of deal. But I go in on my first day, and then they kind of drop the ball that it's a door-to-door sales job.
No.
Yeah, but it wasn't even to
Yeah.
houses. It was like to businesses. Like basically, it was like an energy provider or supplier.
Like an alternate like power supply.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, a
So,
lot of
and it
those jobs
felt
are-
like it wasn't bullshit. Like we weren't scamming anybody, but it felt weird because
Yeah.
their whole thing was like, oh, go into the business, try to get them to switch over, and then like give them this whole spiel of like, oh, well, it's a whole thing going on in this area and we're doing businesses first, but we're allowing the business owners to switch over their homes as well. And and it was like this whole literal word by word pitch that was like, say this exactly, don't go off the script. And it just felt like, again, like it wasn't a scam, but it just felt like weird. So I did that Thursday, Friday, hated every second of it.
Yeah, man.
Went in on Monday, and then on Monday that was supposed to be like my last day of training, so I did like half the day with the girl that had been training me, and then the guy, like the manager of the Michael Scott of The Office, basically
Yeah.
came out and like picked me up in his car, and we were gonna go out and like go to some other
Gonna
places.
start.
So we're trying to find somewhere to go to. There isn't like a roadmap of like hit these places, just kind of like go to businesses.
drive around,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're driving. We get to this intersection and he's like in a straight lane and goes left, gets pulled over. We found out his license is suspended. He's got like 3 or 4 unpaid tickets.
What?
And his license is suspended in New York and we're in Pennsylvania.
Oh my
And
god.
so
That's gotta be worse.
Yeah, so like he deals with that, and the cop's like, "Listen, your license is suspended. I can't let you drive away from this scene." So I have to drive his car.
And he's your boss?
Yeah, he's the manager of the whole like
Oh my god.
branch thing, and I'm just like, dude, if you're sitting here telling me I can make all this money doing this job, and you're running this shit, like
And you're this.
what are you doing?
Oh, dude.
So the next day, Tuesday morning, I'm waking up. It's like 7 a.m. I'm out of my bed, dreading going in.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I'm just like, I'm just going to not.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, why would I do this to myself? Like, I don't need this job that much. I can go do anything else.
Yeah.
So I said, fuck it, went back to bed. I like straight up, I ghosted them.
Did
Like,
anybody even call you?
yeah, they
okay.
tried calling and I just didn't respond. It was just like, nah, like I don't feel like you're being totally honest with me about some stuff, so I'm not even gonna do like the due diligence of being like, hey, I'm not coming in today or ever again. I'm like,
Dude.
you guys can figure it out.
A
Like,
lot of those companies are total just scumbags.
yeah.
Cutco? You guys remember Cutco knives around here?
I applied when I was like
Yeah.
15.
I feel like a lot of people did.
What was there
you
was like
always-
some other knife company that does the same thing. It's basically like a pyramid scheme though.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
what Cutco
remember.
is.
Yeah, dead ass.
And they try to hire like 14-year-old kids to
Yeah.
But there's always like one dude that you like you're like 2 degrees separated from like your friend's friend who like sells like mad and like makes like crazy money, and you're like, okay, maybe this shit's legit. And then you get a little bit more into it and you're like, oh man.
Yeah,
My
Nope.
brother was caught in the it's Herbalife, is that
Your Herbalife
Okay.
is
I don't
one of
want to. Is it okay?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, it's like shakes and stuff, right?
those.
Yeah, he got
That-
caught in that, and I tried to I was sending him like links about like multi-level marketing and stuff like every other day because
ML,
like
baby.
it didn't really affect me because like if he
No,
wants to do
MLM.
that, whatever. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, you're smarter than this.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah. The smoothie one especially gets me because I used to work at the co-op, and they have a smoothie shack there, and like there's such a wide spread of like what people think nutritional smoothies are and like what the reality is. Like we have a couple competitors in our area that are dog shit. They put like glitters in. I mean, like, if you want a tasty drink, it's awesome. And if you're not, but they kind of market them. They brand themselves as like, this is a nutritional, like you cure your cancer, and like cure all like treatment and stuff like that. And I'm like, I do think nutrition can be like sometimes the best medicine for a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some things you really make sure you get all your bases covered. Your body's doing as strong as it can, but like you putting 64 grams of sugar in like this tea, and you're telling me it's nutritious, like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Did, you know those naked like smoothies like blueberry?
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are the number one most unhealthy drink. Like besides like fucking straight vodka. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, man.
yeah, like I was watching like top 10 most unhealthy drinks. It's like sodas, Monsters, And then number 1 and number 2 were both the naked smoothie things,
Yeah,
and
man.
like, but like they market
such a
them.
shame.
They market them as like super healthy drinks, and like I thought they were because it's like there's like
It's a smoothie.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
usually say on the package like one
yeah,
apple,
they're
two
so
bananas.
fucking bad for you though. Apparently,
I
I think they got in trouble for that though. I think they got like sued or something. Like
There's Naked, and then I think it's like Bolt House, or like
I have
there's
no
another
idea.
company. There's some of them that like are a little bit better. But like I don't know if you guys, if you blend, we're at my house right now. If I have vegetables and fruits, if you blend those and just leave it on the counter,
It's brown in 20 minutes.
yes,
Yeah.
because it's real shit.
Yeah.
Those guys, there's no way there's not something in there
No.
that's like
Crazy preservatives and chemicals. Like,
because it just doesn't work like that. Like cut an avocado and come back in 2 minutes. Like you're saying, it's already brown.
yeah,
Some bullshit, dude.
it's bullshit. I'm just gonna start
Burning
drinking
them down.
Yeah, dude. See what happens. You know, supersize me. I'm gonna do that, but with the naked smoothies. See what happens. Only naked smoothies.
You're gonna get diabetes.
yeah, probably.
Is anyone checked on that guy?
Ironically.
Is he alive?
So I was just talking about this with somebody recently. His name's Morgan Spurlock. Somebody told me the
Shout out
first
to
one
Wonder Years?
was he in that show?
No, the band.
Oh, the band.
Yeah.
Did they have a song about him?
Yeah, well, not about him, but came out swinging.
Is that what the
There's
song's
the
about?
line like, something like "We're this generation's Morgan Spurlock, but we don't admit defeat."
It's deep.
I don't listen to Cardinals. I'm sorry.
I live outside of Philly, so
Yeah.
gotta have love for the guys.
Those guys, they're fucking awesome. Anytime I listen to their songs, I'm like, this is amazing. But I'm gonna end it all if I keep listening because it's so strong. Cardinals is a banger though. I know it's their big
Oh,
song that
yeah.
like everyone knows, but it wasn't that shit.
Nope. I've heard of them. Don't think I've ever heard their music.
It's about finding your friend who has ended their life. I think roughly.
Cardinals,
here,
yeah,
kids.
it's
Yeah.
really bad.
And like
You heard,
trying to save them. It's brutal, but it's a beautiful song.
Dude,
King
the song
Park by Loud
"Cigarettes and
Dispute.
Saints" off that album. Sorry,
It's okay.
but the song "Cigarettes and Saints" off that album makes me cry every single time.
I think I've listened to their discography once through, and I was like, this is amazing. I gotta stop.
It's not all like
too
that. It's
strong.
not all like that. Like,
Some of it's just cool.
yeah. But King Park,
King Park by Loud Dispute.
I don't know.
It's fucking intense, dude. You
Edward
probably,
Benz 27 times.
You probably fucking heard the line like, "Can I still get into heaven if I kill myself?" It's
I
like
think
the
it does
breakdown.
sound familiar. Yeah,
That's it's like fucking what, like 5 minutes, and it's all about like, it's
the whole
it's
story.
intense,
It's
dude.
they, like Loud Dispute is probably the best like storytelling.
Yeah, they're
band
fucking,
of
they're
all
really
time.
fucking tight, dude.
The vocalist like went to college as like an English major and wanted to. I don't know. I heard from somebody that like he wanted to be a writer. Who knows if that's true or not? But
Yeah.
like, I know he's like an English major, just like really, really good with his words, like wildly
just
powerful.
slam right
It's such
into
a unique like. It's kind of just like spoken word over like
It's poetry over
yeah,
music,
Yeah, exactly.
basically.
He doesn't sing. Like he does sing sometimes, but it's like I remember the first time I heard them, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It's very
And
off
then-
tempo kind
yeah.
of stuff. Like,
But then I fucking slowly just started to be like, "Okay, I get it now. Like these guys are fucking tight, dude."
Yeah.
Like
I can struggle with that kind of
Yeah.
more spoken stuff every now and then, like Bob Dylan. Like I don't like Bob Dylan.
I fucking love Bob Dylan, but I get why.
Yeah, dude,
people
you
like
want to show off your sick new Grateful Dead tat, dude?
it. Oh, dude.
You think you're getting tatted up, dude?
Yeah, dude.
You got almost a full ass sleeve there, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Is anything going on lefty or is it just righty?
No, I'm gonna try to fucking
Do it all.
do everything eventually.
It's pretty tight. That's I mean, it's like a classic. I don't know how well you
American
can see it on
traditional.
camera, but you got
like
the, you got the-
American Neo.
You got the dead head with a like a spider, like a classic tattoo spider web around
Yeah.
it. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, I gotta wait for all this shit to heal before I can start on the back of my arm. But
Yeah, what's that? So Mike got real fucked up because he did actually get hit by a car. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but
I don't care.
You're all fucked up from that. What? How does that like affect getting a tattoo? Do you have
just
to
because
wait
it's
until the
scarred,
scars?
I could get tattooed over this.
Are those scars gonna go away though?
They will get better over time. But like it would just suck more for me because the tattoo artist would have to pack the ink in that much harder because of the scar tissue.
And also,
and it would
scar tissue
suck.
doubles up when you scar over it.
Yeah.
So like,
No shit. Yeah, I guess you're right. Damn.
Yeah, like I asked my artist, I was like, "Could you fucking tattoo over this?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, for sure." Like, but I want to fucking still give it
So
maybe
is-
like half a year.
Is that why they like you've avoided like the like it looks like you got
like this-
everything except
like,
for
the camera
where
can't
those
see,
are
but,
at?
Like, this big one, I'm gonna wait because that's still fucking thick. But like
That's
right
pretty
here,
brutal.
like these little guys, like it'd be fine, dude. Like it's just this big one I'm fucking worried about.
Yeah.
But I want to get rid of it.
Did
Or
your
I want to get fucking.
did your bone come out of your elbow? Is that what that real fucked up spot
No,
is
that
right there?
was
Or just
I had to do,
gravel?
like plastic surgery on my elbow because it was like nothing left.
Do you like a skin graft?
Yeah. I don't know if it was a skin graft. I forget what they fucking had to do.
Probably not
but like
something
they
they're
had
keeping
my
tabs on.
elbow was. I'll show you guys the pictures after. My elbow was fucking. Not to get too graphic, but I remember waking up in the hospital and my whole right arm, dude, looked like
Meat grinder.
yeah, meat, like shredded fucking meat, dude. It was fucking. I remember like I was like.
Was that before it got all packaged up and shit?
Yeah, you know, like this was like they haven't. I was just in the bed and they were like waiting to get me into surgery, and like I was calling my parents and shit, and like, it was fucking. I should have fucking taken a picture of it.
Because it just was so gnarly.
Yeah, it was fucking wild. And like I don't remember it. Like I just remember being like shocked by it. Yeah. But like that whole like month basically, I don't fucking remember a lot.
I'm sure.
You know, like
yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking wild, dude. I don't know where we're going with that, but
Did you get hit in the? Did you get your dick or anything?
my dick was cool.
Really?
Yeah,
dick was
Yeah, my
cool?
dick was cool. So I broke both bones in my right leg, my tib
The
fib.
tib and the fib.
Yep, and then torn Achilles on my left leg. My kidney was bleeding for a couple days. Internal
no big deal.
bleeding. It was sick, dude.
worry
And then
about it.
like obviously like a fucking pretty massive concussion, whiplash. My whole right arm was pretty fucked, like
Dude, are you gonna
rod
Chris,
up.
Are you gonna Chris Benoit, dude?
Dude, I might.
You got CT, what? CTE?
CT-ism.
Dude, if you Chris Benoit, I'm gonna be so mad.
Dude, just don't ever live with me.
All right,
Yeah. I am thinking about starting a professional wrestling career, though.
might be the time.
Yeah, I think it tracks. What were we
You be a
talking
heel.
about?
You're talking about
Yeah,
getting fucking
yeah,
wrecked by
my
a car.
fucking- and like my back was all fucking cut up too, and like I had some shit on my face.
They
was-
shit on your face.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she hit me with her car, drove off, came back, took a dump on my face, and then drove off again.
She called you a slur as well.
Yeah. Called me a guinea, spit on me.
I didn't even mean to get on that. It was
I don't care.
relevant to
Yeah.
your. I was trying to
No,
show
I
off
don't
your
mind
sick
talking about it.
tats.
Yeah.
Was this a dog? You got a sick
Yeah,
doggy here?
Buford, dude.
Buford? Who's
Yeah,
Buford?
he's my
real
childhood dog. Yeah,
Is he dead now?
yeah, he died fucking 2019 or something like that.
I thought you were about to say 20 years ago. And I'm like,
Yeah,
no, I meant that
No,
dog.
Yeah. Yeah, tats are fucking. I don't know. Like, I just think the fucking tattoo culture is really fucking cool, dude. Like the traditions and like the fucking art, but also the fucking people. Like Zach is also pretty fucking.
I was gonna ask.
Inked up,
you
dude.
tatted up. I can't see a ton
I got
of
like
it.
the bottom half of my arm and then most of my lower leg here.
What's this torch thing? What's the blue
That's my
fire
newest
torch?
one actually. It's just a torch.
You just like it? It's just cool.
I mean, realistically, none of my tattoos have any meaning or anything.
I'm totally
Just,
chill
like,
with that.
Like Mikey was saying, like I just appreciate like the artistry of it. So
Yeah.
like most of the time when I hit up an artist, I'll be like, hey, for example, like I was like, I want a torch on my leg. Take that and
He's
run
like,
with
"Tight,
it.
let's go."
Because like you're a talented artist, and
Yeah.
I've gotten work done by you before, and I know you
Yeah.
do cool shit. So like, here's a general idea, draw something up, and like if it sucks really bad, like I don't
Maybe
really feel
it'll-
bad just being like, hey, I don't dig this. I've never had to do that. But for example, like the green here was gonna be like red, and there was just a lot of like red, orange, yellow, like warm colors on it.
Yeah.
I was like, can we like throw in some blue or like something somewhere? And he was like, yeah, what if we just make it like cold color flames? And I was like, sick.
That's sick as hell.
So-
yeah, at the end, I mean, at the most basic of it, it's like all you want to tattoo. Like for a tattoo, all you want to be able to do is look at it and think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I remember sweating it for a long time when I was like a kid and like thinking about tattoos because I knew I wanted them, and I was like, I gotta make sure they're super significant to me. And I'm like, that's a bonus now. I'm like, I don't know if it's a cool piece, even if I don't like it a couple years later, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's just pretty sick, you know.
I have a fucking Wu-Tang tattoo. Like that
Yeah.
is like meaningful in a way, but it's also like, you know, but I also have a fucking random cowboy skull, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, and I think it's fucking tight. Like,
Yeah, man.
I don't know, like getting a tattoo is like, obviously it's forever, but it's also like the experience of like going into the shop, going through the fucking whole pain, whatever, and like
Yeah.
the aftercare. Like it sucks.
The thing, like, I don't know if this is corny, but I feel like you like earn your tattoos
Yeah.
because you like sit
Yeah.
through the pain.
Yeah,
of it,
exactly.
you know what I mean? Like
That's
Yeah.
I think that's valid.
anybody
kinda-
that's like, oh, getting tattooed doesn't hurt. Like,
shut the fuck
Stop
up.
being a tough guy. Like
Yeah.
it
It
sucks.
does.
Getting a tattoo is the worst part of tattoos.
It's
like
brutal.
it sucks. It's not fun.
I think the aftercare is fucking worse, dude.
What?
Yeah, the
It's
aftercare
tedious,
it
but, like-
sucks. And like the
Well, I guess
itchy
it
when it's
maybe-
scabby, that part.
Depending on the
yeah, but I'll
location.
take that over
Sucks, dude.
sitting there with my arm being stabbed a million times.
like it.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I'm
Like,
not saying
I'm
it
not
doesn't
saying it-
hurt.
You getting boned up while you're
Yeah, dude. My artist does not like it. He's asked me not to come back.
yeah.
No, but like I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, there's some
Yeah,
tattoo,
and also,
there's
like,
some tattoo ladies.
The
around,
fucking like
but,
adventure, the experience of like going and like picking it out or talking to your artist about the design, and then like I think of it, it's kind of like a barbershop, you know, almost in the way like you're getting tattooed, and it's just the banter between like you and your artist and the other artist and
Yeah.
other people coming in. Like I've just met some really fucking cool people as I'm fucking just laid down getting like. Be like, this fucking sucks, and then I just talk to my artist or whoever just about like
Yeah,
cool shit, you
yeah.
know, like
I know a lot of people that just like get a tattoo anytime they travel somewhere, even if it's insignificant. You know,
Yeah.
a small one, because like, oh, I got this in fucking Paris. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, and stuff like that. Let's run through the cliche questions. What's the most painful spot for you guys?
fucking the bicep, dude, the bicep,
The inner bicep,
fucking-
right by the
and, like,
pit.
it goes up in my pit, dude. That's
Gotta
sucked.
be. That's getting so thin there.
Fucking bad. And it's like Zach made a good point. Like pinch, if you pinch your inner bicep, it hurts a lot more than if you do your outside. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
because you used
it's just
to
tender.
brushing the outside up
Exactly.
on
It's
shit.
just fucking that shit sucked.
What about this guy?
My worst,
Obviously not like your asshole.
probably
dick.
right on my wrist.
The
Dude,
wrist does kind of
that's-
suck.
I agree. So I have like this, like literally just this. It's a little shield.
Yeah.
It's like
is that the support from Overwatch?
if,
tank,
if you
tank?
want it to be. This is I hate explaining stuff like this 'cause I feel like it's so cringe. But I have a little tiny icon of a shield on my left hand, and then on my right wrist, I should say, I have like it's a heart and then a sword. It's the thought is that it's like
Zelda?
no, not that specifically. It's kind of just like nondescript icons. It's just like it's like video game related, but it's also like you can use these hands to heal or to hurt.
Yeah.
It's kind of cringe, but it's also kind of cool. I thought of that, so I was like, that's kind of cool.
I dig that.
But it's kind of cool, right? I appreciate that. But dead ass, that little fucking half an inch, like square inch.
Especially right up
Yeah.
here, like on
The skin's just like
bones on the
so
outside.
thin. There's like nothing there to like really protect you. No muscle or anything. It's
Yeah.
just pure skin and veins. Like
Yeah, dude.
sucks.
And you know how there's like parts of your body, like pressure points or whatever, where if you touch one spot, like you feel like pain in another spot.
Yeah.
Like I was just having this involuntary convulsion, and I was like vibrating when he was doing that, and I literally like sounded like this when I was like trying to talk, and it felt like I was getting electrocuted.
Actually, I'm gonna change my answer because I have a tiny one like right on my ribs.
I've heard the ribs
heard
are
the ribs
rough.
suck,
Fuck
dude.
that.
Yeah.
That shit
Yeah.
sucks. I'm gonna get it covered up one day, and I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna do something like definitely big.
Put some weight on, brother.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
wondering. I'm
try,
wondering-
dude. Next to impossible for me.
I wonder if it would be like, because I got a big old gut here. I wonder if it would be less.
My thing is, so
Severe.
like for example, when I was getting my shin done, like nobody really has muscle on their shin, but like anytime it touches your shin, your whole leg is just vibrating.
Yeah,
So
dude.
for me, like if he's on my ribs and I don't have anything over it, I'm gonna feel it everywhere. And yeah.
Do you guys like have like do you do like a pregame where you like make sure you eat and like are hydrated?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
So you get totally fucked
Yeah.
up. Because I have just pretty much what you can see. I have like this one is one of my biggest ones. It's just the fucking sword from Berserk.
Guts.
It's so fucking sick,
Go.
dude. I'm so thrilled. I thought he did a really good job. And I have like a larger one on my like the outside of my ankle, and then I have one on kind of my ass. But all of those weren't really that big, and they were very quick. So I don't really have any like stories of like, oh man, I was in there for hours, I was sweating, I was gonna pass out, because it was really quick, all of them. But that's real shit, right? Like if you like don't prep,
100%.
Yeah,
you feel
like,
like
my-
sometimes
It's
you'll get
exhausting
fucked
on
up.
your whole body. Like
gotta be.
definitely.
Have you guys heard of the tattoo flu? Apparently, it's a thing. Like
Sounds
after you
familiar.
get a tattoo, like a lot of people get sick because it's like shocks.
It
your
could
immune
make
system.
sense also
Probably,
because your
yeah.
immune system is so focused on that one part of your body.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've
sending-
never experienced it, but I
me
heard
either.
about it.
I could see it being a
Um,
thing.
I think the science of how your body tries to eat the tattoos and like break up the ink, like because like a lot of people think it's like sun bleached when your tattoos fade, but it's probably not. It's literally just your white blood cells are very slowly eating away at that ink because it's a foreign body.
Yeah.
So I think that's so badass. In the same token, I watch tattoo removal videos. You guys ever see those with
Yeah.
the laser?
Yeah.
So satisfying.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
It's just so fun to watch.
Very
yeah.
satisfying, but Like,
It's gotta
I
be brutal.
cannot imagine, dude.
I see, and it seems like the most common ones are face tattoos. So they have to put on those like tanning bed like,
Yeah.
glasses,
Yeah.
and they're just zapping their fucking faces.
That
And even,
can't
like,
heal great. Like, there's got to be
least-
scarring or something.
Yeah.
or like you're just injecting gamma rays of cancer into your
Yeah.
into
I
your
don't even know what it
face and
is.
brain.
It's a laser or something. I'm
It
fucking-
really, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not all lasers cause cancer though, just because we get like
yeah,
redness, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
yeah. What's that one called?
cataracts,
yeah.
surgery,
And LASIK and shit.
LASIK. That's what it is.
I've
That's what
considered.
say.
You guys both don't have glasses, right? Do
I
you
wear
contacts.
I wear glasses. I don't. Contacts scare the fuck out of me. I'm good. on
They're.
that.
Do you ever wear contacts?
No.
Awful.
Yeah.
They
scare
don't
me.
work. My vision's terrible, and I have a brutal astigmatism. I think it's. I always forget if A is part of that.
It
word.
is, and
it?
I never knew it was up until I was probably like 16. I feel like I learned way later on than
I
I,
think
should
I did
because
too,
it's
yeah.
an astigmatism.
Yeah.
but yeah, I always thought it
Doesn't
was
sound right.
astigmatism.
Yeah, you have
weird.
an astigmatism. Got a brutal in the left eye. So it's like glasses are doing the best they can, but I have the strongest prescription, and there's not really much you can do. So contacts, they work like, in my opinion, they're like maybe 20 to 30% as less good than glasses, but they're so fucking hard to put in.
Yeah, it scares me. I don't like putting shit. in
Is
my
that
eyes,
common for everybody that wears glasses, where contacts aren't as good as like what the
Probably-
glasses actually do?
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
I have no idea.
Maybe someone to ask
Imagine if
Savon. 'Cause he is legally blind.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been wanting. I really need to get that. I need to get them because playing on stage in a band is awful with glasses on, dude.
You
Imagine.
rec specs, dude.
What are those?
You ever see like the
Oh
basketball
my
players that
God,
wear
yeah.
the
Oh, like the
goggles with the
band?
band? Yeah,
I
rec
wouldn't-
specs, dude.
I wouldn't rule it out. I don't
Shout
care
out
if I
rec
look
specs,
stupid.
sponsor us.
I tried to take them off at my last show. Every show I try to take them off because I'm like, I
You
can do
lost
this.
them when we were in the fucking pit one night, dude.
Oh my god, yeah, they're
Yeah.
still fucked up. I gotta get a new pair. I can't believe they didn't break. But it's impossible for me. Like, cause then I learn all of my bass parts for the most part so I don't have to look, because I think that's really important to playing live.
Yeah.
But if you have no visual landmarks that you can see, you're just fucked. But putting them in is one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Yeah,
It's
taking
like-
them out would
it's like,
scare
hey,
me too. Yeah, fuck that.
Touch
poke
your
fucking
eyeball.
eye. Yeah, you literally just
Yeah.
poke your fucking the center of your eyeball. Just do
Yeah.
it. It's like some people are so used to it. I think it's the same guys that like started when they were kids or whatever, like
Yeah.
in elementary school. But it's fucking impossible. Taking them out is actually. Have you
No, I've
done
never.
the whole process?
I refuse.
It sounds like it's like a moral issue for you.
Yeah,
You're like I think
Yeah.
contacts are wrong.
Fuck contacts. Me and all my
I'm going-
homies hate contacts.
Marching down to Texas.
Mikey B against contacts.
That's gonna be one of the hashtags of this episode. Taking them out for me was balls easy. You just dry your fingers, and then you just pinch it, like just on because you don't have to touch the middle. When you put them in, you have to touch the middle. But when you take them out, you just pinch the edges and it comes right out. Like that part took me 2 minutes, but putting them in could take me 45. It was insane, but I got to get good at it, man. It's so hard to play a live show, or I imagine like sports.
Do you have contacts? You
I
have to order
think
'em?
I think I have my old ones, but they're probably I'm assuming they're just disintegrated.
I'm one of those weird people who like I'm grateful for my perfect eyesight, but sometimes like I'll try people's glasses on. I'm like, I look kind of good in these. It part of me like the vain like want to be a hotter person. Part of me
they are
is like
beneficial.
like astigmatism wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, you know.
a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Like if I can still see, but the lights are prettier.
Got like a bokeh kind of. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, glasses are fucking. I am new to glasses. I probably got my first pair 2 years ago. And it's because it's like driving at night got terrifying.
That shit sucks
and
ass.
I was just guessing where things were, and I was like, I need to fucking do something. Like read, like it's just stuff far away. Like that fucking Kirby thing. If there was writing on it, I couldn't. Like the thing on
there's no way
your board there. I
The
can't
poster?
read. I can't read what that fucking
the
says.
From Out of Nowhere poster. Hell yeah, dude.
I really only wear them at work sometimes, or when I'm driving at night.
So is it distance or is it just
It's
your-
distance. I could like up close is fine. It's anything far away that I just can't.
Yeah.
Fucking. See,
Okay, is that
dude.
near or farsighted? Because I can never
I have no
remember if
fucking
it.
You're
is-
nearsighted if you. It's whatever one you see better at.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
So
nearsighted
like
then.
if you're near, yeah, you're extremely nearsighted,
autistic.
yeah, and autistic. You got a double diagnosis
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Here's fucking. I might sound like a crazy guy, but I've looked this up, and I believe I'm not the only one. Do you guys see different? Do you see colors differently out of each eye?
No.
I don't know.
Try it right now. viewer try it right now.
No.
No,
had to double check,
I'm just
but-
looking at the Halo 3.
You're like,
I'm like, wait, do I?
it's no same colors.
That my right eye is much worse than my left eye.
Yeah, you got, maybe you got that stigmatism. You got that
I got tism of
that,
some
that
type.
stigmatism.
Yeah.
So it's the most fucked up thing. My right eye, I feel like is accurate, but my left eye shit's blue. It's like it has a
Really?
blue filter on it. Yeah,
Weird.
it
No.
sucks. So like, but that makes the sum image that my eyes see kind of just weird. It doesn't equal out. Everything kind of looks wrong, and I don't think it used to be that way. I think I've devolved. It's the second time I've said devolved into that. Because like, there's some people with how your eyes grow or whatever. You can be nearsighted as a kid, and you turn into farsighted by the time you're a big boy.
I'm
Shit
very
sucks.
curious to see like think about when our parents were kids. TVs were not as big of a part. Like everyone,
Screens you're talking
Dude,
yeah,
about.
my mom's-
screens in
yeah.
general. But
My mom wasn't was born before TV.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah.
But before TV, dude.
But like they didn't grow up with us where we were always watching TV. And like I still like as a kid, like I was in the fucking woods and playing outside a lot. But I was
Yeah.
also like after a certain age, I was starting to fucking game a lot. And then I got my fucking smartphone, and then like from there on out, it was just
That's why
like
I'm shocked that I actually have like
yeah.
2020
Because I mean, think about how
Yeah, right, all that-
often
they talk
you're just
about-
fucking in bed
No,
in
100%.
the dark,
Cranking your
playing-
hog
yeah,
with your
exactly.
phone in your face. Yeah.
Sick, dude.
That's why I think like since like I've always been a big computer dweeb, but like if I could ever find like dark themes, first off because I was edgy as a teenager and I thought they were cool, but like everything especially like brightness is such a big thing for screens. Like my gaming monitor, like default when I took it out of the box, like even in a bright room, it's like blasting, like it hurts my eyes.
Yeah.
I had to turn that brightness down all the way. I always use like nighttime mode and all that shit.
Are the blue light
I was just gonna
glasses, are those
say,
scams?
Is that
scam?
real, or do we all have?
They
like,
do cut out the blue light.
But does blue light is there like real science to back up that like blue light rays are?
I don't know.
I'm a blue light
Anecdotally-
denier. I'm gonna say it right now on this podcast.
Allegedly.
ZHam Cam, I'm denying blue light.
You're a blue light denier, dude. We got a lot of hot takes on,
Yeah,
on this pod so far. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here because I have these hue lights. I think on the cam you can only see this one right now, but I've tried just like this is totally anecdotally, but I've tried to switch to the different colors. Like usually at nighttime, I'm floating around.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What? All three of them are connected?
Those three are, yeah. And there's
White.
there's one behind the TV. That
Is
you
it
can't
just
see
the
'cause it's
bulbs
too
in
bright.
them?
Yeah,
I have
just
some of those. They're so sick.
They're so fucking. I go with the
Very collegey, but at the same time, like I never want to give it up because it
I
is
know.
like there's something about being in a room and you can like have the lights off, maybe like a couple lamps, which is like nice to have some dim light.
Yeah.
But if you can make your lights like purple, it just creates like
Make
such a
'em fucking
nice
purple, dude.
setting.
Yeah, I can make them purple. That's kind of what I'm going with here. Is that I especially the Philips Hue brand. They're expensive. They're one of the first ones, but they just work so fucking well with this stupid app.
Do they last pretty long?
Yeah,
I've
dude,
had
I've
these-
never had to change a
Really?
smart.
I'm trying to think of when I bought my first ones, man. It's been at least 8 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Somehow they last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have
doesn't
to
make
fucking
any
invest.
sense.
because they
dude.
are LED lights.
And if you do just a regular warm light, it's the same as your regular ceiling light, which you
Yeah.
have to replace
like look how
more than
much-
every 8 years.
Look how fucking close those are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks. I know that you probably can't see this shit. Oh, speaking of which,
Time.
It's
we
that
caught
time.
it quick. I've been checking.
Button.
right in the middle of right in the middle of me
Said it,
trying to
but
do
we
a
caught it quick again. I've
Yeah.
been checking.
I know, dude. We're fucking on it this time.
right in the middle of me trying to do a visual thing on the fucking cast. But yeah, you can't really see it. But you're right. The like warm, like just like the regular light bulb setting is pretty damn close to actual light bulbs. But if you switch over, these are just like the presets they have. We got some blue perpy going on right now.
Turned on.
If you try to sleep with these motherfuckers on, it feels different. It's like when a screen, if one of your TVs, like if it doesn't have an input but it's on and it goes to that blue screen, that fucks me up. I can't sleep with that shit. But if I have my cool little orangey light going on, it's pretty nice.
I have to sleep in complete darkness.
You're a
I
vampire, dude.
recently became a complete dark sleeper.
Yeah.
Like I used to fall asleep with my TV on every night.
Yeah.
Now like sometimes I will happen to fall asleep while my TV's on, but if I'm like not quite tired yet, but I need to go to bed, if I'm laying down, like I now kind of prefer like complete darkness.
I'm getting there. I used to have the TV on, fan on, like not blasting, but I needed to have that audio. Now it's like definitely still fan, but TV can be off now. You know, it's
Yeah.
not a big deal. Another thing that's huge for me is, and you can't see it on the pod at all, is these fairy lights, these little tea lights, or whatever. No, they're not. They're fairy lights. Just super weak. It's literally just a copper wire with like very gentle LEDs on them. I think they're fucking sick as hell.
Yeah. They add to the room.
Yeah, right? It's weird. It's like, I don't know, maybe because I grew up watching Drake and Josh. And they had the sickest room in the fucking world.
Dude,
with like
speaking
Christmas
of
lights and
fucking
shit.
Drake and Josh and
No,
P.
everything-
Diddy, bro.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
They're all
Josh,
chill.
P. Diddy, R.
Yeah.
Kelly, you know, all
Yeah.
kind of
What's that
involved at
fucking
this point.
Dan
Big
Schneider,
Dan
dude?
Schneider.
Dan Schneider, and then the other
Bakery.
guy, I think it's Brian
Peck.
Peck. Yeah.
Ironically, that he
Peck's
has. That's unfortunate, right? Because they have similar names. I don't think there's a relationship between him and Josh.
No, it's not. But yeah, like woof.
Do you remember when Josh kind of became like an internet like?
He popped
He
off.
still
for a
is,
minute.
dude.
Yeah, but like
He's
I
a
think he's kind of
Snapchat
fallen
man.
off.
I
but
think it was
he was
Vine, right? He was
he
real big
Vine,
on
but
Vine.
then he like started hanging out with like David Dobrik and like the
Oh
Vlog Squad.
yeah,
Like,
true.
all those people
And
can
John,
suck me, dude. Those guys suck.
who's Uncle Jesse
What?
I know who you're talking
from Full
about.
House?
John Stamos.
John Stamos. Yeah, he was hanging out with Stamos. I think they had a TV.
What?
Well,
show
they did a
together.
TV show together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it did well.
Yeah, I guess not.
I think it was like one of those one season cancels. But
What do you guys think of David Dobrik?
I don't know who that is.
Really?
Are you
He's-
talking about
Really?
Goggins?
Nope, David Dobrik. He's like the most.
Is he a spicy man?
He's
Big
fucking
YouTuber.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
Is he one of the finance
Vlogger. No, he's like a vlog, and he's like one of the biggest, probably the biggest vlogger out there. I think he's kind of calmed down a little bit because
as far as like true vloggers go, he
Yeah.
was definitely one of the first. As far as like
and like
really
Casey
big ones.
Neistat. You know Casey Neistat?
Yeah, I don't watch it.
Yeah, but, like, you know
I know
him.
people
He's-
love Casey.
Yeah, I think Casey's a better person than
with-
David Dobrik, but he's
Is that the guy with the gray hair?
Yeah, New York guy,
He
curly.
kind of looks like a goblin.
Do they hang out or are they just totally?
They might have.
This is
hung
David
out.
Dobrik. He looks like a little twink guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't he? Like, don't people talk about him being like controversial and shit?
yeah.
He's
What does he
busy.
do?
He's just.
Well,
like,
I think the controversial part was like he was doing a video and one of his friends got like really, really fucked up from it, like seriously
Emotionally?
injured.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know the details, but like something about the handling of it.
I know there was
Alright.
also a lot of like.
He looks like fucking Jim from The Office.
Yeah, kind of. I know there was like a lot of like he treated his friends, people who were in the videos, like he like gaslighted them a lot and like would encourage them to do these things even if they didn't want to and like force them on and like like when the camera was off, he was just like a terrible like an Ellen DeGeneres situation.
Oh yeah. All right. To put it in my terms,
Dude, back to bring it back to last podcast,
Bring it
talking
back,
about
dude.
night
Nighthawk.
night show hosts, whatever.
Tonight Show host. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mikey
Fuck
Gates.
Ellen
know.
DeGeneres the most.
Definitely.
I had never liked her before all this shit came out. She
Yeah.
It's always weird.
Yeah, she just sucks.
I
Dude.
just
She's
feel
not
it's like-
funny. She's never been funny. I like.
No. She always like. Not that I like watched Ellen,
Yeah,
but any
short
like
cable.
time it was on when I got home from school or whatever, it always just felt like you could feel her being like, whoever she had on, just be like, you're not giving me enough, so I'm just gonna throw everything at you and try to just like pull you
Yeah.
out to like give some sort of entertainment.
Just something.
yeah, rather than just like let them be who they are.
That's rough.
But also late night hosts.
Late
I
night
remember
hosts.
I remember
Yeah, yeah,
watching.
yeah.
So
You watched the first pod, dude?
yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
He's a real one.
good one.
He liked and subbed.
I did like. And
Hell
so-
yeah. I saw ZHam Cam liked this video.
No, but I know what you were saying. Like I agree with what you were saying for the most part. Like Jimmy Fallon, fucking annoying, but like John Oliver, awesome.
I
Love
don't
John
know him
Oliver.
enough
he's
to
a,
like.
he's a British one.
Yeah.
I kind of
And
hate
then
British
and then
people.
you,
seems
you
like-
brought up Seth Meyers.
kind of fucking
Seth
hate.
Meyers, I also think is pretty.
He's
cool.
another one that I feel like you don't like. He probably doesn't have justified hate. You probably dislike him, but I don't think you can hate him. He seems all right.
I have no problem with Seth Meyers.
Seems all right.
Fuck
but-
them all.
Carte blanche, just all of them.
Yep. Fuck them all. Guilty
I
by
have,
association.
I have a weird relationship with Ellen. I feel like that was very crestfallen, to use some vocab. Yeah, we used to date. Growing up, my mom was like, she was born in the 50s, and like my dad wasn't around, so like she got a lot of like woman and I'm not trying to shit on this, like it was actually like really significant. She got a lot of like woman empowerment from people like Roseanne, which got
Another
Should we go? Should we go
example.
down that?
Ellen DeGeneres.
How many
Hot
popular
water.
women do you have to name before we find a good example?
Yeah, I know. It's been really rough. And like Cher, you know what I mean?
Share's the fucking.
Cher.
Sign
Sign
me
me
up, dude. Still to this day.
I think we might have talked about this on the first pod. She's dating like a 35-year-old
Good
male
for- dude,
model.
I-
and I'm
I
like,
would-
go for it.
Yeah.
She's like, I remember seeing in a snippet. I don't really pay attention to this shit, but every now and then I'll look at Cher's stuff, and she's just like, I'm having fun, and I'm like, you deserve that
Yeah,
shit.
she just has a
I get like
permanent
suddenly
residency in Vegas, gets paid a gajillion dollars
Good job.
to sing the same song.
yeah.
I would go see Cher tomorrow.
I could have done it.
Should we?
I missed it. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's do it, dude.
Oh, the eclipse though.
We got to see
Fuck
the
it.
eclipse first.
I'd rather see Cher than Eclipse. I don't give a fuck about the Eclipse.
I want to check it out.
I'm actually pretty excited for the eclipse.
I missed we tried to get my glassies before this, but I don't know.
We'll get them.
Hopefully we
I
can.
got you. If you don't end up with glasses, blame me.
All right. I do have, maybe I'll just wear 6 pairs of sunglasses. I'm going to be at work too. So like, and like I said, the new job is mostly like kind of like gruff dudes that are like, I don't give a shit about none of this. So hopefully they let me walk outside. But yeah, like hearing how shitty Ellen was, I was just like, damn, man, they got
You know who also falls into that category and who was like that bitch for 2 decades? Oprah. A lot
Yeah.
of shit with P. Diddy is coming out about fucking Oprah, dude. Like,
Really?
Like
Well, they've
Epstein
been
level
saying
shit.
forever
Yeah,
that
the
Oprah's like the
Oprah's
head of the
piece shit,
Illuminati,
dude.
right? Like
So
Oprah
that's
and
what- yeah.
Beyonce, right?
Whatever, dude. Who fucking knows, man? But like,
She's got a lot of money.
yeah, and like, there's
Oprah, I grew
Yeah.
up watching her too because my mom. You know what I mean?
speaking of fucking this, did you see Cat Williams on Shannon Sharp's podcast?
I watched the clips. I didn't watch it because it was like 4 fucking hours.
Yeah, he was on Joe Rogan too.
I heard that episode sucked. I haven't watched.
I enjoyed it. I think Cat, they've never met before, which is kind of crazy. So like, I think the first like hour or so is kind of them getting used to each other and like Cat's a little more reserved than he was with Shannon.
He had those cat's claws out, dude.
Yeah, but he was just like,
was
and it's like he's
Pun
making,
intended.
but he's also making a lot of fucking sense, dude. Like he talks about how like initiation to like make it or whatever you want to call it in the Illuminati or making it like you have to like a man has to like wear a dress on camera or something and like then
like
there's
back room shit.
I think
like
I'm a
that.
little like influenced by fucking video I saw online, but like they show like all these really popular fucking actors in dresses, like, and like who knows, I just think it's funny. Like I don't like I wore a dress at Saban's wedding in front of 150 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he and
Hell yeah.
for the party, like
You were twinked out.
yeah, I was fucking looking good.
oh yeah,
Um,
I got pictures.
yeah, I got
gotta- I
video.
wanna
I
see
got
them.
video.
Send them to me
There's
so I can save them.
they did like party. How do you explain this? Like groom and bridal.
Yeah,
party
like after the
announcements.
reception, like how many weddings have you been to?
All of my older brothers. I've been to
So
a good
yeah,
amount
so
of
like they'll do
weddings.
the reception, then everybody's like, all the main guests are like sitting down for dinner, and then everybody will do like the entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did like
Yes.
announcements and yeah. Thank you. I didn't know how to
Yeah.
fucking explain that. But everyone was kind of come up with like funny ideas and
We had what, like 5 minutes to think of one.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, I don't fuck. And everyone
So on the
everyone
spot.
was like gonna take a shot together, like do a high five. And me and the girl I walked in with, like we were trying to come up with something, and she was like, "What if you wore my dress and I put on your tux?" I was like, "I'm not doing that." Like you fucking. And I started thinking,
I'm
about it, I was like,
surprised you weren't on board.
That's what I'm saying.
but at first I was like, because like.
because it just seems
It's
like
just a
maybe
lot of people
excessive.
too, and like it's also a lot of fucking moving parts. Like for me to
Yeah.
take my whole fucking tux off, and
Well,
you
did
take
she
your
have
whole
like a
dress
like a
off.
fitted like nice?
Yeah, it was a gown, dude. It was a fucking
damn.
nice fucking gown.
He wasn't zipped up in the back. We'll
No,
say
no, no.
that.
I was too, I was too swollen,
No,
dude.
Yeah, you're
Um,
fucking busting, dude.
But like, I've thought about it, and she's like, "Come on, let's just do it." I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, dude." The Bonster's dad saw me before I walked out, and you should have seen the look on his face, dude. He was just like,
he's a pretty like straight and narrow guy, right?
Nah, he's a
No,
he's the
chill.
fucking man.
I've only
He's-
met him like once.
He's the fucking man.
You could,
dude.
I could definitely see why you would think he's just a very like
yeah.
stern kind of guy, but nah, he's
All right.
He's the man. But
So
it was just
he
funny to
gave
see
you the
that.
look?
and then dude, when they did the announcement and like I fucking walked down, I did like the Princess Diana wave, and like
yeah.
she like had to take pictures as a paparazzi. Like I posed and I pulled my leg up for the chest.
Damn,
It was really
dude,
fucking
I'm getting
funny, man.
boned up right now.
Yeah, dude, I was too. It was really uncomfortable
That
for all the
wedding
wedding
was-
guests,
I
but
can imagine.
so
yeah.
fun.
yeah, it was a great.
Was it
time,
a
man.
shorter? Was it a shorter
No,
dress, or
no,
like did
I
it
had
have
to
like
pull
the
up a lot,
leg
dude.
cut?
No,
All right,
I just had
'cause
to.
I was gonna say,
it was
like-
hard to pull up. I kind of fucked up.
I wore I had when I worked at the co-op, actually the same lady that owns a smoothie bar. We both have like red hair, so we were like for like one like Halloween day or whatever, we were just like, why don't we wear each other's clothes? So I gave her like a World of Warcraft shirt that I have.
Nice.
And for her, we usually wear like similar outfits, but like the quote unquote male and female versions of them. So I wore like this was so rough. She just got to wear a shirt and my backwards hat, and like but that's like a pretty normal look for anybody. Yeah. But I wore her like like a crop top
Sick.
with like a shoulder, like girls like cut like a big oval, so it was like the second sleeve was on my shoulder. It's a great look for the ladies, but I also wore her dangly earrings and like tried to like put my hair like hers. It's like a different style. Hers is shorter than mine, and it was brutal.
I would love to see this picture.
I got it. I can whip
Sounds
it up. I
great.
can whip it up
I'll,
right now.
I'll trade you for the dress video.
Yeah. It was really funny, but I was struggling. I got some looks.
Yeah.
There, because I think a lot of people, honestly, just to put it out there, I think a lot of people thought I was in my infancy of transitioning.
Fair.
It was pretty goofy.
That reminds me, like in high school during Spirit Week, like we had like our senior Spirit Week, and I don't know how long they continued to do this after my class.
Yeah.
But one of the titular days of Spirit Week
Whoa.
was
look at that.
for the seniors was cross dress day.
Yeah, dude.
So
I think we
all
probably
the girls
had
would
that.
come in guys' clothes, all the guys would come in girls' clothes, and
Probably not
you
happening
you
anymore.
really just like talk to your best friend of the opposite gender and be like, hey, give me an outfit.
Yeah.
And I remember I ended up wearing this like crop top with like a mini skirt, like a pencil skirt
Whoa.
kind of thing. Spent a lot of that day like pulling down.
Yeah, a lot of work on the old forearm.
But it
just
was
keeping
so
everything
fun,
in
and it's like
place.
it's kind of like I understand where like the with where everything now is, like the kind of like questionability of that, but at the same
Yeah.
time, like it's just a fun thing that
is still just
silly for everybody,
Yeah.
and like I know they don't do it now, which is kind of a shame, just because like it's such a fun day and it's
Yeah.
just hilarious to see, like,
They could just change it to like dress unlike yourself day.
Yeah,
Or something like that.
something.
That's kind of frumpily worded, but like that could work. I remembered. Do you, my boy Jordan Hill. You know Jordan Hill.
Hill.
Do you know Jay Hill?
I think I know Jordan.
He was
Maybe.
a couple years above me. He was in my
He's
brother's
probably-
grade.
No, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah.
Definitely thinking of somebody else.
Him and our friend Francis. Do you know where we're going to this?
Yeah, the mullets and jean shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
For,
Fuck
it was
yeah.
like the final day. It was
Yeah, it was their final day of school.
the
Yeah.
final day in the senior year. They both cut their hair into mullets. I think they both wore like some sort of boots too.
Yeah.
They wore white wife beaters, and they had jean shorts that were super tight, and they cut them like Daisy Duke style, and they just patrolled around on their final day. They didn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
They had some
What are they gonna
teachers. They had some wags, and they almost got in trouble because it was overtly like sexual. But I remember when school started, they got there early before everyone else intentionally, and they just stood guard at the door like bouncers. They just like wouldn't acknowledge anybody.
Yep.
Super fucking funny. The funniest thing I've ever seen. I also, dude, when we had Spirit Week, I made an entire suit of cardboard armor. We went to the Saranac, and we were the Chiefs, and I made a suit of cardboard armor with a sword, and I had a cape that was like a old like bed sheet. It was all red. It was all themed. It wasn't amazing, but I worked really hard in it, and no, I didn't get any recognition for it. I know that's like a bitch thing to complain about, but
It's
I
all
was like,
politics, brother.
yeah, because like those what are the superlatives? Is that what
Yeah.
they're called? Yeah, a lot of those are just like whoever's friends with the people in
Yearbook club. Yeah.
I got fucked.
Yep.
Not that I needed anybody to jack me off, but I was like, I thought somebody would think this is cool.
Yeah. Did you
Speaking
get
of-
any compliments?
Some people.
Better than none.
Jay Hill also he brought his kick drum from from home, and he borrowed one of the like chest mounts for drums that they had in band class, and he throughout the halls in Spirit Week he was just banging his kick drum. It was hilarious.
That's sick.
And
I
think
love people going the extra mile like that.
yeah, even if you don't really give a fuck about your school, it's just fun to do shit like that.
100%.
What did you fucking do for Spirit Week, you piece of shit, Mikey B?
Dressed up? I don't know. Do you guys remember Square Dancing Week? I was talking about this last night with some
We
chick
didn't
at
have
the
that
bar.
up for real.
Dude, I
Dude,
don't
Remember
know.
you guys always talking and raving about it.
I
I-
fucking loved it, dude.
What's wrong with you?
It was fun. Dancing, goofy. I got
Wouldn't
to-
they let you like leave your classes to
Yeah,
go do it if you
seniors-
wanted to?
Seniors
Yeah.
could, on the Friday of Square Dancing Week, you could skip all your classes and just square dance all day.
All day long.
It's
That's
like, yeah.
sick.
Oh, you're telling me I don't have to go to fucking chemistry and instead I could go fucking square dance with girls?
You were
Like,
taking
sick. Why-
chemistry your senior year?
I don't. Whatever.
Wow, dude, you're remedial.
I got stigmatism.
I should update my opinion on square dancing. I hated it at the time, but I was also like a shut-in black sheep, like edgy kid, and I didn't want to touch anybody. I hated it so much. I thought it was lame that we had to do it.
It was fun though. I
But
enjoyed it.
in retrospect, I think it could be kind of cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was better than fucking dealing with our
Fucking
old,
forensics class, yeah,
Yeah.
that could be more fun for sure.
I don't know. It just threw a fucking curveball in the middle of a fucking really long school year. You know, it's just like, all right, it's cool.
How did you guys meet? This is like my second time talking to ZHam.
Monster.
Through the
bond?
Bonster.
The bond,
So,
get the bond and the
Zach-
grease is gone.
Yeah, the ZHam.
ZHam.
On the cam.
On the
And
cam.
the Bonster grew up together more or less like in middle school.
Yeah, he moved to my school in 6th grade, like
Yeah.
right before 6th
From-
grade started.
That's when he moved to this area,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because he lived. Where did he come from?
Like that Saratoga,
Saratoga.
area.
Yeah. All right. So you got to him first.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to him, and I got to him real good.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah. He's still to this day. So you just guys, you and Saban just kept talking after he moved to our school.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny, actually. So when his parents decided they were going to move and they were like looking at houses, I actually went with them and looked at the house they moved into.
Oh no shit.
With them. But yeah, like he was just like my best friend in middle school. I was over at his house every weekend
guy.
hanging out.
He was supposed to be this episode, ironically,
Piece of shit.
but then it all fell apart.
Sorry.
He's a busy guy. Yeah, we had to deal with ZHam instead, dude.
Take what you
There's
get.
Like 5th choice. All right. So then when he moved, so what grade did he move to us to our school?
After
Like
8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came to Sarah in 8th
So
grade.
you just were gutted.
Yeah.
That shit's like he was like your boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
no, he
Hundo
was my
P?
best friend 100%. So, but like at the same time, it was funny because even with being in a new school district, it was like 5 minutes less of a drive now.
Okay.
So like,
So it wasn't really a huge difference. for,
yeah,
like,
there was
hanging
real
out. Yeah.
no difference. Like I was still going to his house regularly.
How the fuck did I? So I kind of like would hang out with your older sister every now. and
Yeah.
then. How the hell did that happen? I
Because
assumed
she
it
was
from
best
school.
friends with Jimmy,
Yeah.
who went to your school
How the fuck did they meet?
because Jimmy used to go to Peru.
Oh no shit! This guy knows everything.
Jimmy's like the OG Saban.
He is. He he walked so that Saban could run.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy. That guy's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I actually
He's-
saw
he's-
him yesterday.
What? Is he back in town, dude?
Yeah.
Him and I weren't close enough that I should like need to go see him, but he's a cool
He's
dude.
very close with my family because like being best friends with my sister since like 6th or 7th grade. Like I got home last night at like 10 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah.
Walked in my door and he's in my kitchen. I'm like, what's up?
The
Like,
gymster
how's it
dude?
going? So I give him a hug and I'm like, going to my living room. My mom's there and I'm like, Jesse here? And they're like, no, she's in California. I'm like, okay, cool.
Just Jimmy's just
Yeah,
chilling.
Yeah.
just there chilling. So
He's a cool. Do you know Jimmy? You know these people?
I've met him once or twice, probably at your house. The few times I've been there,
been to my house?
several times.
I didn't even know you've ever been there.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
I've slept at your house.
No.
I've met your mom, and
You've slept at my house.
yeah,
slept with his mom,
I've been,
dude?
I've been in the hot tub, dude.
You've
Yeah.
been
Hot
in the
tub?
hot tub?
Yeah, dude.
You've been tubbing with
I,
who?
I
How?
met
When?
your dude. Fucking, I don't know, high school.
I didn't have a hot tub
Okay,
in high school.
then it was one of the summer breaks or winter breaks.
I guess.
in
I
college
had
or something.
no
Were you
idea.
hammered?
I
You
don't
guys
know.
drink in high school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Not like a lot. Like
Me and Terry started earlier than the rest of them.
The Mitch dude?
The Midge?
Mitch?
Midge?
Terry who?
Michael.
Oh yeah. Michael
never mind.
Midge. And I'm like, yeah, he's short.
That is not what I meant. I thought I thought we were talking about a guy with a different name.
Yeah.
No, but Terry and I started in like 10th grade because his older brother Matt would be at like Plattsburgh State parties, and he and Terry are close, so that he'd
Yeah.
like invite us to go with him,
That's
and we'd be
that's-
there.
Jesus
In
Christ.
in hindsight,
In middle
like,
school?
in 10th grade.
In 10th
was
grade,
when we
alright.
started doing this. And in hindsight, it's so weird because like also we wouldn't do anything. Like we'd be at this like college party,
Just
16 years old, just talking to each other, like sipping on a beer or whatever.
being there, but
Yeah,
pretty
just
much doing what you would
being
be.
there. Like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't even like we did it just to have this feeling like, oh, we're so cool. Like it was just like, oh, well, Matt's inviting us to go, so like we'll just
Like,
go
why
because
not?
Matt's going.
Older brother move,
And
dude.
so yeah, we kind of started early with it, but like I said, in hindsight, it's really weird because once like high school progressed, we were like our class was throwing parties. I remember there was this girl in like 8th grade who would show up to like our high school parties, and I'd see her and be like,
What the fuck?
"This is weird.
Yeah,
Like,
who's
why
this
are
child,
you here?"
bro? Who do you know here, bro?
Yeah, and that always made me feel uncomfortable. So then looking back on it, I'm like, probably
We were
makes
those
people
kids.
feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And you started in high school, kind of.
Yeah, I would like experimented in high school, and then towards like the end.
Speaking of
gay
drinks.
stuff, dude.
You guys want?
I'll re up on a
I'll take
little,
another one.
little
Yeah.
bluey.
Cool.
You can just go in my fridge.
Yeah, like I had a couple beers and I smoked a couple bowls. Like not.
You criminal, dude.
Yeah,
You're
dude, it was fucking wild.
Your how did you? So I guess I'm asking this shit because I'm curious because I didn't have my first drink of beer. Jesus Christ, it was Mike's Hard Lemonade until I was 22.
Really?
Yeah, literally not even a taste of it because I was terrified. It was a really big pussy essentially growing up. I wish I had started earlier, not because I wanted to drink more, but because it just like, to use an outdated term, it put hair on your chest. It's a life experience. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm kind of glad that I waited that long because I know it can really fuck you up if you start too early and you're like too into that shit. But like, well, how did you even get booze? Is it just the older brother move, pretty much?
My older brother, who wasn't 21 at the time, either he had a fake ID or
21?
He had a buddy, or
21.
like I had another friend whose older brother would buy us, or like we would steal it from, our parents. Sorry, mom. Or
Dude,
whatever it was.
how
we
could you
find,
do
and
that?
like we also didn't need much because we were fucking, 16 and 17, and like a couple beers. And
A beer
fucking
each is like
spinning. You know?
probably pretty huge. Yeah.
I really didn't start like drinking, like getting fucking. I was drunk. I got drunk in high school. But I didn't really start like fucking partying until my sophomore year of high school or of college.
Yeah.
Freshman year, I like did go to parties, but it was more like I fucking started chiefing fucking weed, dude. Like I definitely, like,
Yeah.
freshman year, I would just fucking. I found my group of buddies, and we were all fucking.
That's when you became.
Yeah, and like we would go out to
deadhead.
party, but like yeah, dude, fucking. We just smoke a fuckload of weed.
What was the street called?
Shakedown Street.
That's where you
Yeah.
had to shake down
Yeah,
street.
dude. Yeah. But then sophomore year, I just moved into a suite with a bunch of other guys
Bless you.
that like we all still smoked a bunch of weed, but they also wanted to like drink and party more, and like
Yeah.
we would have our friends that were juniors had off-campus houses, so we could just go there and drink. And like the dorms are fucking stupid, dude. Like you find a fucking beer can, you get in trouble. It's fucking stupid.
I'm
shit.
so glad. I'm like I probably think it would have like I spent a little bit of time in community college, like almost a semester, and I was like, this shit sucks. I can't do it. So I kind of wish I had hung in there, but I'm so glad I didn't try to go to a dorm situation. I feel like that shit sucks.
My
Dude,
dorms
it was
were
so much
sick.
fun.
They were cool.
Yeah, my dorm was sick, especially freshman year because I went to UMass, which is like
Okay.
22,000 undergrads, so massive school.
Yeah, dude.
My dorm freshman year, like you're new to this place, so you latch onto the people around you. So
Yeah, what else
almost
can you do?
everybody
Yeah.
on my floor were like homies, and every night we were just like hanging out in somebody's room, like smoking like weed, drinking, doing whatever. And our RA was just like, just don't do stupid
You had
shit,
like a
basically.
cool one?
Like he was.
Don't jump out. Don't break through the windows.
He was the man. I remember one time, like the lights went off in like the back half of my room. So like knocked on his door and he was like, "Oh, let me come check it out." He was like, "All right, let's go see if it's happening with anybody else." Knock on like my neighbor's door, nobody answers. Knock on the next door, nobody answers. Knock on the third door. They open the door and pretty much everybody else on my floor is in that dorm room, a room not much bigger than this, in a circle of chairs with a flipped upside down tote and a GB in the middle. And
GB.
Grav bomb.
grab bong.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
And my RA right off the bat is just like, I didn't see this. Are any of you guys having like electrical issues? And they're like,
Yeah, he was just
no,
like-
we're good. And he's like,
not looking
"All right,
at it."
cool. Like,
All right. That's tight. I've heard like opposite stories of that.
Yeah,
where it's just
I've heard
like,
Yeah,
tons
I've had
of
horror
dorm
stories
nightmare stories.
in the dorm. Like overall, it was a lot of fun because like same thing we was saying. Like everyone's new. You're meeting a bunch of new people. That's especially like meeting people from places that isn't fucking your hometown.
Yeah.
It's cool and like,
different perspectives.
but like, there's dorms are fucking gross too, dude. Like I remember so my freshman year there was a communal bathroom for the whole fucking floor.
Yes, right. Like a lot of
Girls, there's a boys and a men's and women's room. So that
Wow,
was
dude, you're
separate.
fucking canceled.
Yeah,
I can't believe you said that. Are you contributing to the gender binary
Something like
on my
that.
hop cast?
Yeah. But like it was always fucking gross in there, and there's always like pubes in the shower, whatever. But I remember
They're just
Friday,
puke, right? They're just
Friday
puke
night
all the time.
So Friday night, someone puked in the fucking doorway of the dorm, and it didn't get cleaned up till Monday morning. So like I just had to live around that, dude, and I was just like,
step over the barf to go take a dumpy.
Yeah, exactly. And but
Man,
like
that sounds cool.
like looking back, it was a lot of fucking fun. But like roommates, just having a roommate.
It's luck of the
sucks,
draw,
dude.
right?
Yeah. My freshman year roommate, dude,
lot of times.
it was random. Like but that dude was the best roommate I ever had. He's the fucking man. I still talk to him this day. We're not super close, but like
You still talk to him? What?
to this. Yeah, he's the fucking man, and like really, like he was the perfect roommate. Like we had our fucking like we knew our fucking weird like little nuances, and like we were both quiet and like relatively clean, but like not fucking like sticklers. Like if there was a fucking clothes on the ground, you know what I mean? Like
Suck dick.
yeah, we would suck. And I got fucking lucked out, but I had some other friends who just had the worst fucking people you'd ever imagine as roommates, and like
man.
it's like. The room's like,
Or just people
from this wall to that wall. If probably less.
This is probably bigger. This is
Yeah.
a very small 1-bedroom, but this is probably bigger than most like dorms.
Yeah.
To continue doxing Jordan Hill, he
Yeah,
went
where does he live?
right across the street. I'll show you. We'll do a IRL stream to his house after this. He went to Potsdam right out of high school. He was a grade ahead of me, so I was still senior year. I went to go visit him. And like at his dorm, he ended up living a couple other places there before his tenure at Potsdam was over. He also went to AMDA, anyway, which is the American Musical and Dramatic Arts College in New York, close to New York City. It was a pretty prestigious university, but then his life fell apart and he didn't graduate. But anyway, enough about Jay Hill. When I visited his dorm in Potsdam, he got so fucking lucky, dude. Well, kind of. His roommate, am I buzzing over here?
Yep.
We got some text going on, dude. No, it's nothing. He got paired with a roommate. And did you guys receive like a method of communicating with your roommate before? Yeah, like a phone number or like a messenger.
Yes, but only because I knew mine already.
Oh, okay. How the fuck do you know yours already?
You want to talk about getting lucky?
Yeah.
I went for orientation at my school and got paired up with this guy, and we just kind of clicked off the bat.
Damn,
After like
and
the 2 days
happened?
of orientation, we were just like, "You want to just be roommates rather than risking it with a random?" He was like, "Yeah," and he ended up being like my best friend through college.
Damn, dude, that's badass.
Yeah.
Jay Hill, he like started talking to this dude. And he seemed like he was a cool dude. I think they met. Maybe they did orientation together too. And he's like, "Oh, cool." He started moving in. The dude, similar to Mikey B over here, got in a brutal car accident, and like I think he was okay, but I think it was a similar situation to you where like he might have gotten fucked up, he might not have gotten fucked up, but it was a pretty brutal crash. So he couldn't attend that semester. He was just like, "I'm too fucked up," you know. It's like it's bad omens. He's like, "I got to deal with all this shit first." It was like win-win. That kid got an A for that semester because they're just like, "Holy shit, don't sweat it. We'll pass you for this one. Don't worry about it. Start when you can." And Jordan got they didn't send him a replacement roommate. He just got
That's fucking
Oh, word.
and the rooms are small as fuck, but it's like to have it by yourself, that makes it a little bit more manageable.
So much more.
Yeah. God, thinking about it now, that room was dead ass. Like, it was like a 5x10 room, and there was like a bed on each side, and then like a desk next to those. And it's like, there's like a 2-inch or 2-foot, like walking between them space, and that's it. But in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm glad that you guys do you feel like those were positive experiences socially, at least?
100%,
Even the
yeah.
bad parts. I feel like, for me personally, like that's something that I missed out on. Even though it's like, yeah, sometimes you have these shitty experiences, but like, it's just like experience that is just useful. You know, it helps you get like socially better faster and like being able to handle life better. I feel like I didn't get that until a lot later than a lot of people that went straight into college. And
I think that's
because of that, I'm stupid.
I think there's a big movement, like rightfully so. I think there's some like ground to stand on behind it, but it's like, don't go to fucking college, dude. All the fucking video, thank God.
Don't go to college, dude. I can't believe you
Yeah,
said
I mean,
that.
you know, like that like you don't have to go to college. Like, you know, our generations before us, like you have to go to college to be successful, blah blah blah. Like, which isn't true.
all we
anymore.
heard growing up.
A lot of people
Definitely
are like
true
going
anymore.
more into the trades or doing whatever now, like, which is fucking. I'm on board with that. Fuck yeah. But
Really?
to
Yeah.
like touch on what you were saying, like you do miss like, especially at like 18 to 21, like I think those are very pivotal
Formative years.
Yeah, man.
like, and you just meet new people. You go through crazy shit. You fucking
That
experiences
exposure
and
to-
exactly, and just being around that many people in the same situation at the same age, like, and like older kids too from other, it's just
I also think it's a nice like way to transition into like adulthood.
I think that's
Because like you're not 100% on your own, but especially like
there's
like
a couple
even-
training wheels in place.
Yeah,
right?
like even the kids from around here that like go to P-State, like you're not living at home. I mean, some of them are, but if you like do the whole thing, like you move into the dorms, like you're separated from your family. You can kind
Yeah.
of have the safety net of like relying on them if you're in a situation or whatever.
if you really need to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like this, and you're not in high school anymore and going home every day after school, but you're not totally out there on your own yet. It's like a very
Yeah.
comfortable transition into like, instead of just being like, hey, you're in school, cool, now you work a full-time job and everything's different.
Yeah, yeah. Literally
Like-
everything you know is gone.
Yeah.
My cousin that was in your class, you know him, right?
yeah.
I don't know why I'm not saying his name, but whatever. Ethan. He lives here and he went to school, he went to college here and obviously high school and everything. But I think for the first year or maybe two, his family was just like, why don't we have you live in the dorms, dude? Like just have that experience. We're literally one town away. So if you need to come back, you always can. But they just thought it'd be a good experience for him. And it fucking was. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
fucking hung out with him a lot my first 2 years.
Yeah?
He was like roomies. He talk about orientation. His roommate in orientation is one of my best friends, like to this day. Chu.
When?
Chu.
One of your best friends. Who?
And like they just
Chu?
met and like they were roommates. Yeah, Chu.
I
know
know
who it
he
is.
and Chu
Chu.
roomed in
Yeah, so
orientation.
that's how I got introduced. Like Chu and like Kyle and you don't know these guys, but like he does. Like that whole group of they're all from the fucking city. They're all
Who? I'll bleep out his. Who the fuck is Chew?
Brian Chu. He's my buddy.
I've never heard of this boy.
You probably would never have met him.
Yeah.
He was he stayed homie and he came out and visited me in Colorado a couple times, and I go down to the city every now and then to go see him. And like he's probably the dumbest person I've ever met in my life, but
Yeah.
he's a fucking man, dude. He's funny as shit. He's a good dude, and like
Would he care if we said his name on this hot cast?
I don't know, he probably won't. Yeah, I don't. Who cares?
All right.
He's like he's a good dude, but he's from New York City and he's from like Chinatown, and like he grew up like a little rough. Like his family's very like successful now, but he grew up like kind of like in the projects and like didn't do so hot. So like, but he's like kind of comes off as like this like goofy kind of like teddy bear, like like it's almost feminine, but not. You know what I mean? Like he's got I don't know, but then he has this side to him where I've seen it where he gets fucked up or gets really mad, and I've seen this dude beat the shit out of people, dude. And like,
Whoa.
but he's like such. I mean, you know, Chu. Like,
Maybe we do bleep the name. But
yeah. Like, it's not like he's just fighting for no reason, but like,
But you're saying when he's pushed into a corner,
exactly,
he fights back.
Like, if I'm ever in a fight in my life, I'm gonna.
You're
Fucking,
calling
I'm
him up?
calling him, dude.
Nice,
and he's
dude.
like, and he's got fucking hands, dude, and like he's a big boy too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's just so funny. Like, if you met him, you would never think that because he's just like a fucking
Chill
goober.
dude.
He's a goober. He's fucking dumb as shit. We have a list. We would keep a list of dumb things Chu would say.
Hell yeah,
And
yeah.
he would just say the most like, I can't explain it.
Just the funniest shit in
yeah,
the world.
yeah. And we would all be like, "What are you fucking talking about? Dude? Are you fucking dumb?" Like,
I feel like people say that.
I don't know
about me
how we got into the Chu situation, but college, like, I didn't use my degree for half a fucking decade.
What's your sick
I know
degree in? What's your sick degree in?
social work.
Yeah.
I've always said, could you imagine like struggling with life and they send you Mikey B?
Yeah, dude.
That's the guy that shows up at your door.
What do you know about Shakedown Street, dude? You fucking.
What's your cool degree in?
Sports management.
What?
Yeah,
You're a sports guy?
I was when I chose my major at like 18 years old, something like that.
Isn't that the shit? Yeah, like make the decision
Yeah.
that could dictate the rest of your life when you're a child. right?
Yeah, I mean,
Holy
what I
shit.
will say about it is like the nice thing about it, it's a pretty broad degree. It's essentially a general business degree, but then you
Sometimes-
take like sports marketing, sports economics, like shit like that.
So you find it's not too specialized.
No,
that
no,
it's
not at all. That's the thing. It's
All right.
very like broad. So
It's like a.
if there was a degree for just business, it would be that
Oh, okay.
rather
All right.
than going for like accounting or marketing or finance. Like it's just business.
I was in for about a semester, and I was majoring in, I think, electronics. I might have. It was, I don't remember which one was which, but it was electronics and psychology. I had no fucking idea what I wanted to do. I had no fucking idea. I thought being a psychologist would be cool, and then like I learned more about it, and I was like, this is cool. I still like will like do like amateur like just reading about like psychological concepts.
Hold on though. Electronics and psychology, you were like ahead of your time. That could have been like some AI shit.
I really could have. I could have been creating the next Skynet.
Yeah.
Right now, I would be fucking losers in my one bedroom apartment. That would have been pretty baller if I stuck with it, honestly. But I wanted to die. I was gonna say something. Mike, what was I gonna say?
You love crack.
You love crack.
School.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I didn't really get to experience like people that weren't from here. Really, I guess we had Saban for a minute. But until I got like one of my first jobs out of high school, I worked at Staples, and a lot of the kids that worked there, were students that went to our local like college that weren't from here. So I didn't really get those perspectives until that time, and that was like I was already like 20, and that was pretty eye opening to me. And I always tried to not be lame, but I always like would ask them about like a lot of them were from New York City, and I was like, well, so what's like. Ooh, like there, you know, you know. And they're like, "What do you fucking mean?" I'm like,
What's
"I
a
don't know,
Subway?
I'm like, honestly, you're like the 5th person of color I've like had as a friend in my entire life because we live in a really white ass place, and it was cool getting that perspective. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, why don't we give another cliche question like we did with the tattoos? Did you find it was worth it, college?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
maybe not
this.
specifically for the academic side, but maybe more so just the experience.
Knowing what I know now, what I've gone through now, I would go back to 16-year-old Mike and be like, dude,
Little Mikey B.
go to fucking CV Tech or something. Get one of those fucking trade certificates
so
for
valuable,
free,
dude.
There's another.
All those kids, we
Yeah.
thought that we made fun of them for being stupid for some reason.
Yeah,
We were the
they're
stupid
making more
ones.
money than all of us
All day.
And they'll retire 10 years before any of us. That's the thing. Like I wish
They're
I would have gotten a different degree.
CV Tech is a vocational school that we had access to in high school. You could like do half of your day at our regular high school and then go there to like focus on a trade like plumbing or electrical.
Welding or cosmetology, whatever.
There was even aeronautics, right? Wasn't there?
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
like,
and like,
what?
bro, I
Building planes and
I
shit?
don't regret. I fucking college was probably the most fun 4 years of my life.
Yeah.
A lot of like dark times, dark moments
can
too,
imagine,
obviously.
That might be just inevitable for that age.
But yeah, we'll get into that in the next podcast. But I don't regret it. Like I wish I would have gone for something else. Like I wish I went for a fucking like cybersecurity or something that's like, you know, and like or something a little more like my degree. Like you need to get your master's to make any real money
To have it really
you know, and
reverberate.
like
What is-
cybersecurity.
Do you have a bachelor's?
Huh?
Associates or bachelor's?
Bachelor's.
All right.
Yep.
Is that the 2 year?
4.
4 years.
Yeah, I did all 4
4 year?
years.
Damn.
Yeah, all 4 years. LP State, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
State.
I fucking didn't get.
Were you there when they got in trouble? This is Plattsburgh State we're
Yeah.
talking about. Were you there when they got in trouble for the racist statue? Really?
No, not. I don't know about the statue. The newspaper. There's a newspaper like image that they posted for the the college's own newspaper. It was depicting like a black student in the ghetto, and everyone was fucking pissed. Dude.
What was
And,
what's the why?
What was the context?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember. It was something about minorities in school or something, and they were like,
You're part of the
not all
problem.
minorities are from the fucking hood. Like, why are you
Yeah.
putting them in this fucking
Oh, it was just like a very,
cartoon? And like, I
one
think
dimensional.
that's why people were upset. But I remember like some classes were canceled because there was like a march on campus and stuff. People were fucking pit and like, not to get into too much, but like tensions on the fucking campus felt high. Like,
all I
as
ever
a-
hear is shit like that.
yeah, dude,
Like it's always like there's some sort of like big
yeah,
social issue.
that was the
happening.
only thing that like most of the time like it was pretty fucking chill. But I remember like that week or two, like it
like, it's
felt
going down.
yeah, like you could fucking cut the tension and like people were fucking like not happy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because Plattsburgh, like I said, our area is pretty white. You know, it's like relatively like a rural area with like mostly white people. But then we have the Plattsburgh State itself is like a lot of people from other places will travel here and go to school here.
Especially a lot of like Long Island, New York City.
Yeah, yeah.
I went to college with some kids who were born and raised in the city. Mm-hmm. This one girl, I'll never forget this conversation because it still blows my mind.
I'm ready.
She was 18. She had never seen
sure she was.
She had never seen the stars before she came up here for college.
I have heard that shit.
Yeah.
Isn't that
And
nuts?
I had another buddy who's born and raised in the city, never had a fire, never like built a snowman. We built a fire freshman year, like in the woods once. He's like, we could just we could just do this. I was like, yeah, dude. Like, he's like, what about like the wood and like whose property is it? I was like, dude, fucking cares. It's
cool.
We
dead
can
wood.
just
Like,
do this. Caveman discovering fire
yeah,
for the first time.
exactly. Yeah,
Like, dude,
yeah.
we can just go kill a deer in the woods if you
Yeah.
want to. It's just okay
Yeah.
here. You know?
Our friend Terry brought Chu, who is a city kid,
Oh,
deer
yeah.
hunting, and got the opportunity to kill a deer.
Oh my god, I would pay,
And it was
I would
like-
pay to watch this.
I have a picture of it, and it's fucking amazing. But that's just like
Those are the kind of experiences I
Yeah.
had when I worked at Staples and I was meeting kids from
Yeah.
the city. That was like, holy fuck,
But it's like,
our
what do you mean
perspectives are so different.
you've never seen the stars before? Like that was such a foreign concept to me to like
Because of the
but
light,
to be
light
fair, like,
pollution and shit in
I
the city.
never fucking rode a subway before. Well, I rode a subway when I was like real young, but like
But
you
it
know
was
what I
not
mean?
An everyday thing.
Like a common thing
yeah,
for you.
but like
yeah.
also like the fucking stars, like they're just always
Yeah.
there. Like
They're
that's such a
ubiquitous. They're, like-
weird. That makes no sense to me. And
it's the sky during the day and then it's the stars at night.
yeah,
That's just how it
exactly.
is.
They're
Even
just-
in,
she's like,
in
yeah, I've
our
never
city
seen stars.
here.
I was like, what do you fucking mean you've never fucking seen stars?
You never looked up, bitch?
Yeah.
Dumb bitch.
That's how I feel about people who have like never seen snow before. I experienced
I was
that in Colorado because we get a bunch of like Southerners or like, J1 people on J1 visas from like South America.
What's
who-
that?
It's a J1 visa is a specific type of work visa where you have to be in school. So it's like mostly like young kids and like it's mostly from like South America. And a lot of them have never seen snow before coming out to Colorado and like they get
And working
so much.
on the mountain.
Yeah, yeah, it's wild.
literally.
Yeah, it's wild.
Super high
But like,
elevations.
it puts a lot of things to perspective. It's like, what do you mean you've never seen the snow? You've never seen fucking
Dude.
stars before? Like,
This is the promises is related. You guys listen to A Day to Remember?
yeah,
They have on Common Courtesy. After one of the song plays, it's just like the guys, like it seems like they left a mic on and they were just reminiscing about like early days of touring. And they talk about, they talk about like, cause they're all from Florida. They talk about finding snow for the first time when they're on tour and they all like, it was an event. They got out of the van and like pulled aside like, oh, what the fuck? It's like falling in the sky. Cause they literally never experienced it
you
before.
think about it, it is pretty fucking crazy.
It is nuts.
Yeah, like this white stuff that's freezing cold just sits
falls
and accumulates
for like 8 months out of the year here. And that's kind of the point I was getting to, is that it's so bizarre to like have a university here where the people that go to it can be in a wildly different environment socially and like physically, and supplanting them right in the smack dab in this kind of place. And those little interactions I think are very interesting.
Yeah.
It's nuts how, and it gives us perspective on like, oh fuck, you don't have the stars where you're from? Like, what the hell, dude?
And like, yeah,
You don't have the sky?
makes no fucking sense to me, dude.
I also feel like on the opposite end of that, they feel like this town is so boring because we're not really close to. It's not like a big like cultural center. We don't have huge venues. There's not a lot of big shows. Like we have a bunch of little stuff going on.
Yeah, I think I don't know, to fucking. I feel like a lot of people talk shit about Plattsburgh a lot.
Who's talking shit?
Exactly.
Who's talking
Like,
shit?
Plattsburgh's fucking dope in the sense of its location.
Yeah, man.
Because we're fucking an hour from Burlington, an hour from Montreal.
Yeah, man.
Both dope cities.
Let's
You
talk
know
about
what
the
I mean?
fact that we're landlocked but have a beach.
Yeah.
That's something
largest inland beach in the fucking country. Dude.
Yeah, I never really
Really?
thought about
Plattsburgh
that
Beach.
until
Real
I.
shit?
Yeah,
Actually?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I never thought about that until I moved away. Cause like I went to college in Western Mass, where you have to drive hour and a half to a beach, and now I live in the like Eastern Pennsylvania, we'll say, where like same day you got to drive like hour and a half, 2 hours to the nearest
To get like
beach.
an actual ass beach, not just like dirt that turns into water.
Yeah, like
Damn.
but yeah, and I mean like there's like they call them lakes, but I think of like Lake Champlain when I think of a lake. So like I guess technically they're lakes. They have like
feels like a
small like
big puddle.
beaches. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a big puddle basically. But like never thought about that until I left here, and I'm like, damn, like going to the beach is such a treat, and I can't just do it now.
yeah,
Like-
yeah, I can imagine that. We do have a lot of like little quirks like that.
Yeah, it is a cool area. I'm always like, my thing that I always say is like, I'll never move back here permanently just because there isn't like enough to do, I guess, for me. Like, but I love coming back to visit, and I love the fact that this is where I grew up.
Yeah.
It is what I think it was a great place to fucking grow up.
It's so safe here.
Yeah.
Crime is so low. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like it's
Goddamn.
fun, dude. Like we got the Adirondacks and fucking Lake Champlain and Burlington and Montreal. You know, like
Especially what you're saying with
I
it
don't
being
know.
safe. Like, imagine being our parents. It's like we can be going and doing the dumbest shit, and like there isn't that much to worry about. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
honestly.
Like, it's not like we're gonna get jumped in the street or like, like even just the volume of people, as far as like car accidents or whatever, like random shit happens just because of like there's so many people and shit's bound to happen. Like,
It's still low.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's such
Like
a
when-
minor risk of things happening here that like parents raising kids can just be like, well, if something happens to them, it's probably their own fault. Like, they're probably
Yeah.
doing some dumb shit, and then they'll get in trouble and maybe learn from it. But as far as like external factors, there isn't much to worry about.
I feel like there's a lot of places. Have you guys ever been to Troy?
yeah.
The toilet,
The Troylet, dude.
yeah, dude.
My cousin lived there for a while, and my brother has lived close to it, and he's worked there. It's like gunshots every night. But we have gunshots most nights during the summer, but it's like guys hunting in
Yeah.
the woods. You know,
Yeah.
it's not people trying to
Rednecks,
literally
yeah.
murder each other. And if somebody dies here, it's like on the news. It's like, holy
Yeah.
fuck, somebody got murdered, and they find the guy. And we really popped off.
And they find the guy, and it's amazing, and we all celebrate.
We all kill him. Where were you guys when the Dannemora prison escape?
I had
here.
just gotten home from college.
Back here.
Yeah.
I got a story for you, dude.
Oh, shit.
I fucking hated that shit. My fucking parents, like rightfully so, probably, they were fucking freaking out. They're like, my dad had fucking, like, everyone had a gun in the room. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
fucking around. Like, but at the time, I was smoking a fuck ton of weed, and I would go to fucking Big Chain's parents' house, who lives on Rand Hill.
Whoa.
Used to live on, they don't live there
doxing
anymore.
continues.
I already
They
have
don't
a
live there
very
anymore.
similar story to this.
They don't even
Go
live
ahead.
there. But to get, and
Oh,
it was a 10-minute drive, if that. And
I know
to
where you're
get
going with
there,
this.
3 fucking checkpoints by fucking like cops with fucking ARs. And I was like, I just couldn't smoke weed for like 3 weeks because like I'm not gonna
You
risk.
just didn't want to risk
I'm
having
sure the
that
cop
weed.
or just I would fucking get really fucking high there, and then when I was like less high, I would just drive home.
Yeah.
But like I was like, I'm not fucking risk of fucking getting fucking in trouble for this
Oh,
shit.
wow.
So I couldn't fucking smoke weed for like 3 weeks.
But in
It was-
hindsight, you having weed or being high was the least of their
yeah,
concern.
they didn't give a shit. But also, like, it
Yeah.
still like increases the chance of me getting in trouble. You know,
Yeah.
because like most of the time, there's never cops on that fucking road. But
Yeah,
there was
dude,
fucking
exactly.
3 checkpoints. So it's 3 separate times at 2 a.m. I have to talk to someone of fucking cop of some form, stoned out of my mind. I was like,
What are you doing
I was
out here,
pissed.
buddy?
Yeah, my dad was like,
Where you going?
Yeah, and like I still wanted to go out and like hang out with my friends. My dad's like, "Wait, they're out there." Like, not my dad. It was both my
The
parents.
escapees you started?
Yeah, they're like, they're out there. Like, look. I was like, I don't give a fuck, dude. They're not gonna come into our fucking house. They're probably hiding out in the woods. They're not gonna.
They
They
were.
They're not
We found
gonna.
out they
They're gonna
were.
try their hardest to not interact with fucking people.
Yeah.
You know, like, and like, I get like I was just fucking 18, 19, whatever, and I just wanted to fucking hang out with my friends and like,
Smoke weed
exactly
with the chain.
Um,
We'll have the chain on.
but
the
it was
podcast
fucking
eventually.
stupid. Oh, that would be a fucking blast.
So
Yeah, it was fucking fuck that whole thing, dude. I was pissed. Fuck them.
I remember when that news broke, I was at his house in his
At Mikey B's
garage.
house?
No, at Cheney's house.
I love chain.
Because that was the smoke spot. Like we'd
epicenter.
all go there and
Yeah.
hang out in the garage and smoke.
Hell
and
yeah.
I was there waiting for him to get home from work and like everybody else to come over. And that was like when the news broke that like this shit was going on.
Yeah.
I'm just
And you're
by
like,
myself. Like, but it was the same. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But then like afterwards, like people were asking me, they were like, you weren't worried? And I was like, no.
I had a little bit.
Like why
of
did
concern.
why would I worry that like I don't know, it was never a thing for me where I was like, oh, I'm gonna run into them and they're gonna kill me or take like kidnap.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was just
'Cause
like
especially as the days went on, I'm like, these guys, yeah, they might be criminals or whatever. I don't forget the crimes. Were they murderers?
They were bad.
Yeah,
they were
one
not
was a
good
cop
guys.
killer, and the other one was just like a straight up regular murderer.
Yeah.
I guess if that's,
Normal murderer.
that seemed to be the descriptors in the
They were
news.
both very
so-
violent. Like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
good
But
guys.
as the days went on, you're like, these guys have been in the woods for like, probably in the woods for like 4 days. And it's like cold. And I'm like, these guys are dying. And lo and behold, they got them. But I was in the warpath, kind of. I lived in my aunt's house at the time. And we were in Katyville, which was like, if you follow the road that we lived on, you showed up at Dannemora.
Yeah.
So like we were kind of, it was out of the way, but it might not have been, you know what I mean? And we were kind of right next to the woods, so there was a chance. So I was a little bit on my toes, and I remember, the checkpoints, it doubled my time to get home from work every day.
It sucked, dude.
Yeah, and I that's before I even, I talked about it earlier, that was before I ever smoked or
My-
drank anything, so I wasn't really concerned.
My dad had an experience. It was like day 2.
A gay experience?
Maybe.
I got to piss real bad. You carry the cast with your dad's story.
Okay.
The main camera is in my bathroom right now, so I'm just gonna go piss in my kitchen sink.
Just piss in the bathroom, dude.
wait, dude, you see my penis?
My fucking dad went out to go check the fucking the.
Actually pissing in his sink. I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, no, he's
Baller.
tight, dude. No, I piss in. Yeah, I'll piss in a sink. I have pissed
Yeah.
in showers, more sinks, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, how can I not, dude? I think this is a great time to end the podcast. I don't.
And the bunker.
And bunker.
And bunker.
We engaged you. I'm hungry. It's fucking also like 8:30. It's fucking. He fucking went down to get the mail one day, to get his fucking bathrobe or whatever, and there was like a full fucking SWAT team like sweeping our front yard and like the road we're on, and they like my dad was like just waking up, whatever, and they're like, go back in your house right now. My dad was like, okay, and just fucking turned around, like no questions asked, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fucking wild, dude. Because I live in that same, Dannemora is fucking 10 minutes, if that, and like we could see the prison lights
Yeah.
from our house at night. You know?
It feels further from you than it really is in my head.
Yeah, it's really not though.
Yeah. I mean, like, because for me, like, my parents had to, like, go, like, up and over Burnt Hill to,
Yeah.
like, get there to go to work. And that takes, like, 20 to 30
Yeah.
minutes.
You remember my one ex from high school that lived in Dannemora, like across the fucking
Yeah,
road?
yeah.
She was in your grade.
What's your name? I'll bleep it out. You dated?
For a while, dude.
Oh god,
Yeah, dude.
we'll talk about
I'm
that
just
after
giving
the
you
cast.
extra bleep work.
yeah.
What?
I said, yeah, I'm just giving you extra bleep work.
Yeah, it's just
Double down.
keep saying it.
Her,
I know her.
she-
Name, her occupation, her history. Yeah. Anyway, I'm
She
bleeping all
lived
that.
across the road from the fucking wall, dude. So we'd be
Yeah,
like,
dude, because
hanging
I
out.
rode the bus with her sometimes when middle school.
Yeah, would be fucking hanging out in her room, and I'd look outside, and there's just the fucking walls right there.
It's from beyond the wall.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck her though.
Dude, I love
Dumb
Tokyo
bitch.
Ghoul.
Sorry, that was mean. I'm tired and hungry. It's school
Yeah.
night. Let's fucking
It
shut
is
this
school
thing
night.
down.
I'm having a good. I had a rough week.
know.
I'm having
This
a good
is
time.
fun,
I want to keep
dude.
it going.
Yeah.
I think we've done what 2 or 3 refreshes of the cam, and that's
Yeah.
30
It's
minutes
Been
each.
2, so
This is a
probably
pretty
coming
hot
up on
cast.
3.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to end it. I'm just hungry, and
That's fair.
I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah, you got to work.
Sorry,
in the morning.
fellers.
These Zins aren't paying your bills
Yeah,
just
well, I'm
yet.
hungry.
All right, well, Zach, ZHam, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
In
happy to
lieu
do
of
it. Been fun.
the monster being here. Maybe he'll be next episode, or maybe we'll have ZHam again. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, just come back.
Yeah, you scumbag.
It's a 7.5 hour drive.
Come back, you
Yeah.
scumbag.
Come.
Come back every week.
Do you have any plugs you want to throw out there? Do you have a social media presence?
I have a social media presence. I don't
But you
really
don't-
care if people follow me. You know,
Alright.
I'm
Shout out, fucking dude.
nah. Oh, okay.
No. You want to talk about your actual employer? We
Yeah.
can bleep that.
Yeah.
Mikey, you have any plugs you want to get out there? 80K Suede?
Sub to 80K Suede on
Alright.
Twitch. Right, Twitch.
Rapidly and
Yeah,
often.
yeah.
Suddenly out
I
of
have
nowhere.
a condition.
I do the same thing too.
Yeah, I'm gonna start streaming more, but fucking sub if anyone's watching at this point.
Who knows? Maybe I'll be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
ZHam usually is in the fucking Discord when I'm streaming, but
I'm going to bleep out everything you just said, but
Fuck.
check out Shortchanged
yeah, shortchanged.
and subscribe.
I love crack.
I love crack. What have we been to this day?
we didn't talk about any dead people. Who died recently? Fuck, we got to at least talk about one death of a famous person.
This is the Death Cast.
I know, Deathcast. Fuck.
trying to think of recent news.
Hang on. I'm going to
Prince died a few years ago.
Who? Yeah, he did die a few years ago. Prince.
Fuck Prince.
Google who died.
What?
Overrated.
I wasn't really into Prince. He could rip at guitar
Yeah.
though. I'm amazed anytime I see those videos where he's just. I'm like that guy. Could
Recent
slam.
celebrity deaths. Oh, Toby Keith, dude.
Oh,
All right,
Jesus.
my boy.
dead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Toby Keith, dude. American
What
girl.
hurts the most? Is that him? That's Rascal Flatts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Toby Keith song? What were you singing? I ain't as good as I once was.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know? I don't fucking.
Beer for my horses. Carl Weathers died. We talked about Carl Weathers,
We
dude.
did.
On the hot
That
cast,
fucking
yeah.
sucks, dude. Norman Jewison. Don't know who that is.
Bleeping that name out.
Anyone interesting? Not really.
My dad 23 years ago.
Yeah, R.I.P. Zach's dad, dude. He's the man. Shout out Chris.
He's been dead almost as long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah. Okay. Love you. Bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Mike's hungry.